boot up, but it should be up in a minute. I'm gonna go back to full cams today. If we really need to use the map, we will. If we keep gesturing to it a lot, but I think today might be a bit more. Well, I guess it depends on what you guys end up doing. Conclude the library, or if you run into combat. But yeah.
Less cool library photos.
Yeah.
Did we decide last week if we are taking a short rest or not? Forget.
I don't remember talking about it, but I might have been like really tired and not paying attention.
Yeah, because me and Cal want to reset our fighter stuff.
Hair in my eye.
I'll find something that's like.
Ow.
Are you live now?
Yes, it looks like I'm live, but there's 0 viewers. So usually when it pops up to 1, that's when I say we're up. But is it on there?
It is on there.
Okay, cool. All right, let me see if I can.
You have. I'm viewing, but you have 0 viewers, so I guess I don't count.
Yeah, well, it'll update.
Okay.
There's one on mine.
Hi, sorry for the delay. Really cheerful.
Also, you don't count because you're on the same internet. I think it doesn't.
True. That makes sense.
Try to get a sense of cars for being assholes and not playing free. Are we live?
Yes.
We are alive.
Oh, did I miss the mangoes?
No, we just started.
Mangoes.
Mango!
Oh,
There you go.
brilliant! Fuck! Oh, I ruined it.
All right.
Oh my god, are we doing papaya now?
Papaya! Papaya, 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 papaya.
All right, I'm just goofing around with tracks, guys. Sorry.
I like that track. I wish we were in more of a sound setting so we could use it more.
Oh my god.
Oh, good. You're sleepy.
I have so many fucking tabs open.
I make coffee.
I made coffee. It's still too hot to drink though.
All right, I'll do the recap this week for the time being, because I don't know if or when we're gonna get Jodie today, so we're just gonna start.
Okay.
If you guys in Discord want to let her know that we are live, and that when she jumps in, it'll be I'll have to do some adjusting. Hello, Dios, welcome back.
Okay.
Good to have our faithful viewer for our D&D groups.
Yeah.
It looks like I've got an ad break in progress for the next 2 minutes. So
Didn't type out properly. Oh well.
I'm really glad that this is showing up now in my chat, because I haven't been able to see that like as easy. It's been pretty hard to stream with ad breaks. So at the end of the ad break, I'll do the thing, and we'll get started. Just make sure you guys have the things in your inventories that you wanted. I don't know if you have those. If anyone has forgotten the name of the books, please let me know.
I have mine wrapped up, secure in my backpack, so no one can try to steal it from me.
Gosh darn it.
Not you.
Did it
I'm
mesh?
like worried that what's it called is gonna bamf back into existence the jackal dude and try to take them from us.
Mesh, it sounds like a challenge for you, isn't it?
Goldy, you
don't
might have to
take
shift your mic.
it.
Oh.
What
Your
are
output.
ads?
Oh yeah, Diaz has been a sub forever, so he doesn't see the ads at all.
They are little sidetrack rabbit holes for people with ADHD like me. Okay. Better.
All right.
Okay, how's that?
That's better. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the recap now, even though there's 30 seconds of ads. I forgot that DS is not seeing them at all, so I wanted to make sure he could see them. But yeah, I think we're good because he's still got his sub active. So,
True.
all right. Last time, you managed to escape the clutches of the entity known as Scriven Scry after a few rounds of combating his abilities and becoming overwhelmed by your numbers and wanting to have a strategic advantage when doing things that they thought were in their favor. they took their leave, and you remained with Kingsport, finding out some information that he was essentially being held against his will with Scrivenscry, and could talk, the albino giant penguin with no eyes. Made a few friends out of some of you, and you continued throughout the library, or the library, and began to learn some new things, but not before Breker was able to uncover a secret about dispelling books in order to find the code to get into the next room, and through deciphering multiple layers of puzzles referencing both time and space and different letters and word puns to find potentially what the Nethries Council was valuing in order to get access to the restricted section that you referred to as, but was most likely the section for the Ebon Star. You were able to uncover books that seemed to be on a timer for active nature boosts for different statistics and abilities, and it seems that the ones that have not been pilfered, lost to time, stolen, or otherwise just missing for some reason, maybe even potentially dispelled in some way, shape, or form, there was conveniently a book for each of you to select and choose. Yeah. And so with those freshly in your possessions, Breker was able to grab some additional notebooks that he thought was going to be very valuable for taking notes in the future. And you were shunted from the next room trying to find your escape. You ended up walking down some stairs and exiting through the map of the previous two rooms, and are back into the general history and kind of non-magical section of the library. Topics. What would you like to do?
Just let out a big sigh. After all that. Man, we got a lot of good things though.
Power reading. Starting to appreciate it more.
Yeah, I know, right? Man, I wish we could read them now, but we just don't have the time. But
no, not at all.
We could take a break if you want. It has been a while.
okay, yeah, I think that is okay. I'm doing fine. I don't need a break, but it sounds like you and Cal do. I don't know about others.
Yeah, you got battered.
I'm just a little out of breath.
Cal did as well.
Could take a breather, maybe an hour.
Guess we could take an hour to see how things are going. Yeah.
I think it was mainly that massive sprint I did to catch up to Cal.
You're still tired from that? That was ages ago. You need more cardio.
That and all the climbing upstairs.
Cardio. Is there anyone else who want a break?
I'm good.
Breker? Van?
I mean,
I'm not gonna say no to a break.
I think we could all literally spend the hour reading the book, maybe. Is that how
If
it's
you
gonna
start,
work?
then you have to
I'll
finish
start
in
the
6
clock.
days.
Yeah, you don't want to start.
Yeah, no, Mesh, no.
Oh, okay.
Mesh, no.
If you start it, we have 6 days to read 8 hours a day for those 6 days. So don't start it yet.
We will do it another time when we are not in a scary city.
Dastin, did you get everyone back on stream, or are they still gone? Oh yeah, I see it too. It's all. Oh, we're back.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Okay, we're back now. Yeah.
That was weird. Oh nope, we're gone.
no, you do it.
Yeah,
I think
Ross,
I know what
everyone's
happened.
stream.
Okay.
Discord.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes.
I might have
Discord losing
minimized the
focus.
Discord window.
Yeah, it's sleepy.
All right. How's that? Is it still active? Yeah, it looks like it's
What's
working. Okay,
happening
yeah, I
now?
must have just
Okay.
I must have just minimized it for some reason. Okay, we're all set.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, we're back.
Yeah, we're still good.
You're not excused.
Oh,
There.
Well, I could have
just
been.
trying not to make sniffy noises.
Seeing the cat looking out the window makes me happy.
So should we take a break here? I don't know if this is the safest place necessarily. Where is the safe place here?
We're still in. Where are we in the entrance of the library?
No.
And
No,
We're
are we?
we're at. We
We're
were just
on
stepping out
the
of
third floor.
Map room.
I mean, I think it's safer than if we. I think it's one of the safest places that we've been
Yeah.
so far.
I mean, there haven't been any bad monsters
Yeah.
except that dude.
And we're pretty far away from Avarice and the floating skull thing in here.
Well,
Yeah.
can we at least just have it over here, please? You know, so there aren't any surprises coming from behind us and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably pull out the.
Or find a corner and just chill out in
Everybody
the
get their own
corner.
corner. This is my corner.
Mash, you're in my corner.
You didn't say dibs. I don't see your
I
name here.
I have a ticket. I just got like a
Yeah,
scrappy piece of
You
paper.
turn around. I was gonna say you turn it around and his name has been scratched in the.
Hey, Mesh, I didn't get a good look at the thing that attacked you and Cal. Do you know anything else about it that we might want to know?
All I could say was he had a spell book, so wizard type at least. He had a jackal-like face. Pretty smart in the way he tactically maneuvered around this space. So,
Oh, that's the guy that I was scrying on.
oh yeah,
Like face? Yeah.
yeah. That's probably him.
Well, I think I
Interesting.
few of them.
I think Cal said his name was Scriven Scry, something like that.
Yeah.
Unusual name.
Raven scry. Interesting. Sounds like he's just made for library stuff.
Made.
Oh, or born?
No, I was thinking you might be right about the maid.
You think so?
I mean, all the things we've seen in this city.
Why don't we just ask the penguin? I don't remember what your name is.
Kingspawn?
Sport.
Kingsport.
Kingsport.
Why don't we ask Kingsport?
Almost got it.
Can tell us anything about it. Sorry, Kingsport.
We seem to be in a safe place. Yeah, why not?
Kingsport
Get
is
some
just
information.
basically like associating only with a van at this stage.
Oh my goodness, he just
Kind of like hiding behind him. It seemed that,
sticks
you know,
to him.
yeah, he's just
Like,
kind of
what's wrong with the
still a
rest
little
of us?
scared. Yeah.
He's scared. He'll open up.
He,
Well,
he does this thing where he kind of like cocks his head, but the face isn't looking at you. It's more like the ears are kind of pointed,
Mm-hmm.
or where the ears would be if he had visible ears. But as you know, penguins and corvids like are kind of just birds in general, have like more holes that are covered by things. But he also has like these weird like fan of sensors that kind of just look like an anemone kind of growing out of his eyes. Space.
I'm just sitting in this chair, resting.
Kingsport, why did the Scriven Scry have you along with him? I mean, you say you weren't helping him, but what were you doing with him?
Let's see. I didn't have much choice. I was lured with false promise and enslaved.
Do you know where he came from?
Ever since my eyes have been gone, no.
What happened to your eyes?
Oh, he did this.
Why?
Control? He's wicked, master.
Yeah, people or humanoids like that, they have a punishment coming for them that.
Yeah, us.
Let's just say the Raven Queen is not going to bring them to a land of daisies and roses.
Nah, screw that. I said we go hunt him down and kill him.
That works too.
They don't have time.
Yeah.
Kingsport, do you think he's going to come back for us? How long have you been with him? Is he a pretty vengeful person?
He kind of looks around and kind of stares at the floor with its blank kind of expression, and then kind of just shrugs its fins up. I really don't know.
He threatened,
I haven't been with him very long, but I don't know if he's tampering with my mind.
Like, right now, or?
Well, I can't really remember much,
Oh, okay.
so I'm a bit of a blank slate.
once we get more diamond dust, maybe I can help, but I gotta magically fix these dudes first.
He kind of shrugs in his
Speaking of-
loosened harness, thanks to Van.
Speaking of, you were asking about him being vindictive. He did say something to Cal before he left as a threat. So,
Yeah, but, you know, I say things in the heat of the moment too, but sometimes I think better about it later on.
you're also not a vindictive.
This was the same. This was the same being that tried to kill Cal.
Yeah.
Just-
If he shows up again, I'll just turn him to goo.
You know
don't
what I mean?
Like, what do you want?
Well, anyway. Actually, Kingsport, do you know if it has a base of operations somewhere where it's set up camp? Would you know where that would be?
We just got here yesterday, and we've been here the whole time.
Okay, at least that clears that up.
At least tell you that much.
Timing. Well, at least we don't have to worry about it springing random traps from all the doodads and gizmos that it's actually had. So, Wait, so where were you before this then?
Anything before then, fuzzy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
May I ask, what was it that he promised you? Do you remember that?
Kind of just looks at the floor.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you not want to tell us? Sorry, Cari.
Don't worry.
Do you not want to tell us, or? I mean, it's okay. You don't have to tell us. We ask because we care. We wouldn't ask otherwise.
Kind of just raises his flippers a little bit, and then rests them before he can lift them any higher. Just doesn't really give much of a response.
Well, I can tell you that if we live through the next couple of days, I have a spell that might be able to help with your memory. It's supposed to restore yourself if magic tampering has happened. But between you and me, these guys have curses on their minds. I need to focus on. They sometimes do things that don't well to themselves. Got
No.
Like digs his
Fix our
hooks
little friend
into
here. There's nothing
Van's
wrong with
like
me.
pant leg a little bit while you're doing that. Kind of tightens its grip on Van while you get close to him, but he's still
worst,
listening.
By the way, he's going to be the first one I cast it on.
I'm fine.
Yeah, sure.
And here you thought I was the problem.
You are a problem.
There's nothing wrong with a healthy desire to better one's position in life.
I'm glad you're
Exactly.
as you're saying there's nothing wrong.
Just to be clear, I'm not cursed. Like,
You're fine.
Yeah, he's admitting there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's nothing
Right.
wrong with him. He's the only one. Him and I are the only ones that aren't slightly a little messed up here.
You hear Velen sigh in an armchair,
Right.
just like way across the room. And turn a page.
Well, I
Well.
have no idea about. I haven't even tried to assess her.
She seems fine.
Mhm.
Right?
Oh, Velen's beyond hope.
Yeah.
I heard that.
So,
Good.
like the polar opposite comes in. She's fine. She's beyond help.
Yep.
You can
Fine because she's never been
Dallan,
fine.
Van can hear her like shoving some more of her clothes into the pocket where she keeps Professor Scant, who's clearly trying to object to something that's being spoken but is across the room. She's like talking to herself but it's inaudible from your position. She's just
Hey, as a bonus for Professor Scant, you're never gonna feel lonely.
She's not wrong.
Yep.
Just depends if you can enjoy that Tony voice of his all the time.
I would like Breker to roll a D100.
$37.
Okay, you may all mark a short rest.
Yay!
Oh, goodness gracious me.
That means we have been in the city for
Do I need healing?
That is an additional hour.
26 minutes and 26 hours and 15
No, I'm at full. I'm good.
I'm good. I was worried that wouldn't be automatic.
which means Death Word is up and enough.
Alright, everyone feeling good? Perhaps we should make our way out. And also decide what we're going to do next.
Did any of you pick any history books up?
I did pick up a couple books.
Like
I
just
have a
generic
couple-
modern history, chronologies,
I have a
era
book
of
about
humanity, that type of thing.
I got
I
a
just
couple
have
books about
Vanvalor.
planes. It's technically history.
No, it's
I
not.
have, I have the,
Technically.
I
There
have
is
one
no
about some
technicality
gods
when it
too.
is or it isn't.
Fine. I'm just saying, at the basis of when this book was written, up until now, it's technically history.
Yeah, I mean, books about gods.
I'm
is
not going to
history
put
because
that
it's from
book in the
past.
history section.
Fine.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm keeping the book. You can't have it.
Oh, is that what he's asking?
Meshadieme,
I
what were you
picked up
saying?
This book for a reason.
I have one about divinity as well, but no, nothing about history.
Van,
It's
did you
odd
only
because-
pick up things about space? Or not space, what is it called? Realm space? Yes, that's the one.
I didn't.
Wouldn't it be present in the past? It wouldn't be history for them. It would be the present for them.
The
But they
era
could
of
also have
humanity
history
is
books.
predates their civilization. I'm looking for era of humanity. They're the ones who came up with the concept of era of humanity.
Ah, I see.
Technically speaking, the era of humanity went 300 to 1300 years in the future past their era, but they would have referred to it as the era of humanity.
I thought it was the sink.
It's the fan.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was I
It better
gonna say
be.
before that? I'm just distracted. Something about history, and oh well, too late now.
Bowen wants history books too.
I mean, we could check on the way out.
I didn't necessarily say I wanted them, but now that you mention it, I would like one. Professor Scant would
Please.
most likely be
Oh, I
miffed
remember
if
I
I
was
didn't
gonna
take
say.
one.
I was
Didn't-
gonna say before Scant farted.
Harry, that's inspiration word. That's good. Oh man, that's funny.
Did we find a book about the nether oak tree for Breker?
You can just come back here once we're
I
done.
haven't looked yet,
with once
From
we're
memory.
done with all this.
but I
and
think it's
we've,
because of functionally like Chef had to leave before we got to
Right.
conclude that.
There was one more thing in my back of my mind. I can't remember what we wanted to look at as a group. Was it was something about the previous civilization of magic users? They were giants. They were giants or something.
we looked for books on them. It was the city of some. I looked into that. Ostoria. I found a book called The History of Giants: The Colossal Kingdom.
Right. Okay.
I can say
Ooh.
that I took that with me. Ostoria is the post-warring years shadow of the Colossal Kingdom.
It's a big title.
Velen, if you want, when we're all done with this, you should just get an excavation team and come down here and look for more history.
Of course, I just
If
wanted to
we
get
can get
something
down here.
contemporary at least, so I'll spend a few minutes to go get that if you don't mind. So she kind of
Sure.
just shuffles through this particular chamber to try to find the book she's looking for, and
Okay.
she shares the following information. You guys might want your pencils for this, just for the record.
Getting it ready.
At negative 1896 DR, you can round that to 1900 DR if you'd like. There was a record of 24 items called the Nether Scrolls, 24 individual Nether Scrolls that were recorded as being valuable to the Netherese and were safe kept by Arcanists. This year is marking when all 24 of them were stolen from a caravan. And it is believed that the theft was within the knowledge that they existed inside of Netherese history specifically, so that a place that was en route to a place called Karsus's Enclave was picked off, and the 24 Nether Scrolls were stolen.
The Karsoth Nethoth?
Karsus, Karsus, Karsus's Enclave, like a possessive word and noun.
Oh, Enclave. Enclave. E.
Was their destination, or was the
That
name
was
of
the destination, yes. That seems to also, she says that this seems to be a colloquial name. The proper name of that location, according to Scant, is called Eilinar, which is Eileanar, which is Nether, like Laros. Eilinar, or Eilinar. I can't say it. Okay, then following this,
No.
within the next 80 years, so negative, like 80 years later, negative 1720 DR, Netherese Arcanists began to settle in undersea cities and villages with the assistance of the Mythalars. So it seems that they had more than one purpose of flight and weather change.
Oh.
and they settled in a place somewhere in the northeast. And that place, according to Professor Scant, is called the Sea of Fallen Stars, which is off the southwest coast of the Sword Coast, which is where all of you hail from that do not hail from this area. And Devii, you know this place very well. This is the crossing of this ocean is the key to getting to the Pirate Isles, which is just further west.
Ooh, if we go that direction, I could help you guys navigate because I know those waters well.
And this starts to make more sense why people go to these areas, Devii, because in our current era, they may be saying that the pirates are treasure hunters. However, there were some very powerful pirates. You remember your captain that, well, not your captain, but you understand what I mean. The captain of the ship was actively avoiding on purpose because they were much more powerful, and they were not hunting just treasure. They were hunting very powerful things, and this is probably what they're after.
Like, and when you're saying that, you're talking about my original trade ship, right? You're not talking about the pirate ship that was
it would be twofold. Yes, it would be both of them. But yeah.
Okay. Both of them would,
the next thing here is a large jump in the history book. So there doesn't seem to. She says that there's many things that have happened, but they don't seem to be of any note. So up until you get about 1,000 years in the future. Okay, so this would be predating Netheril by about. Sorry, so this is like negative 700 DR or 696 if you want to be exact. So the fall of the Netherese Empire is somewhere between negative 300 and negative 400 DR is what Professor Scant can tell you. Somewhere between negative 300 and negative 300 and negative 200 would be somewhere where the Netherese Empire fell from the sky. So, in negative 700, sorry, I'm getting back to that. Karsus was born in Netheril. And they also tell you that this date is really difficult for her to find without the help of Professor Scant. So the reasoning is that all of the calendars in this book are dated NY, which is the year system that the Netherese, the Laros, were using. And that the year in Laros was actually started at 0 and counted up. So their calendars would have gone to 3163 NY. So 3,000 years in the future from the kind of Netherese year calendar. Yes, Cari?
Karsus is a place. Is the location that they were
Karsus is Enclave is a place. It is a colloquial name for the proper name of the city I gave you.
But then you said Karsus was born.
Correct.
So this is a person?
A person named Karsus was born.
Karsus was, I remember this name from somewhere. Was he the wizard who tried to take over the god of magic?
Oh yeah.
I remember this name from somewhere.
It's in my book. I actually have the book with me, so I can pull it out.
So let me finish this, Cari. You guys get back to this. So he was able to cast his first spell at the age of 2. And by the time he was age 22, he became the youngest arcanist to ever create his own floating city.
22?
At the age of 22, he created his own floating city. And he was referred to as the boy born to be a god. Because of basically his wizarding prowess was just unmatched. Even though he cast spells as a wizard, and that is learned magic, he was a natural born, gifted, photographic memory type individual. Okay, and then the most recent history entry seems to be like present day. So according to you guys, would be somewhere around that negative 350 mark. There's somebody came to visit the most recent city as a harbinger of doom. This name is called Arthendal. A-R-T-H, Arth, I-N-D-O-L. Arthendal, and it is called the race of this person is called a Saruk, which you have no idea what that means. But a Saruk is spelled S-A-R-R-U-K-H. S-U-R-R. Sorry, S-A-U. God damn it. S-A-R-R-U-K. Saruk. Yeah, Saruk. S-A-R-R-U-K-H. And it was referred to that the title of this individual is called a Terraseer. Basically a diviner that uses natural magic to divine things. And this person appeared before Karsus directly and warned him that, quote, the goddess of magic will soon face her greatest challenge, and that will forever affect the perception of magic for all time. End quote.
The goddess of magic will soon face...
The goddess of magic will soon face her greatest challenge. And that this would forever affect the perception of magic for all time. Then, the last piece of the addendum comes from...
Wait. Forever affect the
perception of magic for all time.
Of magic time. Okay.
The last thing is that a Saruk is defined by your friend, Professor Scant, who is a scholar, and says that Saruks are believed to be the progenitors, the beginning point for both the Meron and the Wanti, which are lizard folk and Naga, essentially. People that live under the sea. And a Saruk is basically which you can only guess, and what people and scholars have been able to determine is potentially like one of the original races to ever exist. Predating elves and predating dwarves, which are the original two kind of races to exist here. Also, just as a quick note on this, I'm going to say that I'll take a little bit of liberty for Van here. You get a gut feeling and start thumbing through that plain book. When some of these dates start hitting you, you remember something about something around the time that a child was born. That's like very important. And there was a recent discovery in the Planescape book around the same year. And that's what it was. And inside the Planescape theory, it says that there's a possibility of a mirrored world affecting the existing one. And it is not referring to other realms. It is referring to a copied version of the same existence that exists here. And they refer to that other world as Abir. A-B-E-I-R. So the current world, like Earth, the term for Earth in this world is called Toril, T-O-R-I-L. But they referred to this other thing as called the twin planet, or the twin existence. And they said that there's been some overlapping things that have happened where people began doing different activities during odd phases of the Moon Saloon, where people would be walking by each other and one of them would vanish during an eclipse.
Do the twin planets have anything to do with perhaps two goddesses that were...
the Moon Saloon was named after the goddess.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty common knowledge for all of you, actually.
I was just wondering if maybe it was Saloon and Shire were the two planets.
No, but yeah, like there was like these fabrics of reality where sometimes people would just go missing and then they would reappear later on just where they would normally be. But it's just this odd thing. And then there's also over the course of time around this birth, when this was discovered, there was areas like whole towns that just didn't exist before and just appeared out of nowhere.
Okay.
Interesting.
And people had the same frame of mind. We're talking the same even like locations that they know about, which is what made it even stranger, because these existed out of happenstance and yet knew all of the same facts about your current world. And so this is the only way they could explain that reality present day, and that they were currently investigating. It was like, this is very modern according to the book that you have, because this would have happened within the last 10 years for them.
Is that still happening, by the way?
This is the first year you've ever heard of this.
Okay. So it's not like cities are just popping up out of nowhere now.
Well, what ended up happening was when Karsus' Folly in that area, right? That kind of thing started a new era outside of the... So you guys are currently in an era called the Time of Trouble, which is when the gods basically had started showing up in present day. Like people actually seen deity in person. Occasionally. Like it seems like it's legend to you guys, but that legend only recently started developing, right? It's a recent development. And around that time is when, or at least the original points of that in the history books, when Karsus fell and all the Netherese enclaves shattered, and they were like the main political and militaristic power in the world. Basically just the top of the world's overall power base just collapsed, and then all of the weave shut down. You can imagine why high education and investigating this type of a thing would have been put to a side, you know, because they're in kind of survival mode now. They're like, okay, well, what are we going to do? Cities are going out. This whole area that used to be a flourishing area just vanished to dust.
Yeah.
You know, certain areas like basically were rumored to have been teleported to another plane just out of sheer will or preventative measures or whatever. One of the Netherese cities that it's not even accounted for. The other ones have just been rumored to have crashed in certain areas and have not been investigated. Some of them have been discovered. Now you're reading about the possibility of them having more Netherese cities under the water. You don't know if those are still active, if they've been taken over, if they've been teleported. Like there's all kinds of crazy stuff that's now coming across from this history book.
Yeah.
So.
Atlantis.
Stares at Breker's trident.
That I was gonna ask you about that, because my initial thought was that might have been one of those cities, but we learned that
it was the giants.
The cities from in the southwest, and the city that we found underwater was a giant city, wasn't it?
Yes.
These are giant people looking at the entrance.
I guess that is true. They're larger. They're not giant size, but they're larger than.
Giant, larger, yes.
Big boys.
Rob is cunningly stroking his chin.
I have many tabs open.
Chin.
What are we talking about? What giants?
We're just talking about what the city that we got Breker's Trident from was, because we learned while you were gone that in the southwest of our world area, kind of close to where like the pirate lords and stuff are, there is a possible Netherese city under
another one.
So we were like, well, is where Breker got his trident Netherese city, but it's not the same spot, so we were just debating. And Rob's doing like this, indicating that we don't know.
I was messing around with the layout. Should I have I'm not going to put my camera on, but should I put it on?
If you are not intending to put it on, you can just leave it as is, because everything's set.
Alright, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So where are we now? Are we still in the library?
And yes,
Yeah, we've
also
taken
of Mesh, were you gonna say what you found on that journal?
Oh, yeah, short rest. Short rest.
Yeah, you can mark a short rest as well.
Wait, what journal?
The journal that you took from the
us.
very first room that I sent you a DM about. You haven't shared with anyone yet.
Nobody's asked, so I know.
Velen's asking you. It's like, what did you pick up in that first room?
Is it short rest?
This is just about some deities that I recognize from my childhood.
No. It looked like a journal.
Oh, wait.
The journal, man, the journal.
Okay, thanks.
I don't remember a journal.
Oh.
I don't see any journal reference from our messages. You sure?
Did somebody else pick it up?
Oh, was it Goldy? It might be Goldy that I had. That had that.
Do me. Check the books. Check my inventory.
Yes. July 2nd, Goldy.
Book of Realms.
No.
That's not the right one.
July 2nd in our DMs.
Right. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Let me just quickly check.
Right before the DMs Guild post with the creepy thing.
Scrolling up.
It's like right above all the links.
Scrolling down. Ah, here we go. Oh! Right. Sorry. Yes, this is the information I asked for. Of course. Yes. I did relay this to the group. Yeah. I could do it again if you want.
No, it's up to you. I just didn't remember if you did, so I just want to make sure that was fresh.
I already told everyone. It's actually posted in the general chat.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, everyone should know this.
Let's see here if there's anything else.
Jodie, you can mark a short rest and heal up anything you want.
Thank you. Yeah, I did.
Just in case people are looking for it, I want to post it fresh in Pogo chat. There you go.
Okay, so just as a reminder, this city that you're in is called Ythrin, and you do find a record of at least 4 named other cities in the history book that I'll give you now. One of them is called Asram, A-S-R-A-M. It kind of sounds like it almost sounds Kalashite to you, which is like kind of a southern, very hot, almost sounds like almost like an Indian kind of dialect. If I could put it in like our terms, it sounds like ashram. Like the S's are very like SH sound, ashram, I think, or like the kind of back of the throat kind of R sound. There's another one called Anaria, which sounds very elvish. And Anaria is like A-N-A-U-R-I-A. Those are 2 cities that start with A. And then there's a last city is called Hlondath, which is H-L-O-N-D-A-T-H.
O-N-D...
H.
T...
H-N... Sorry, H-L... Hlondath. Here, let me see if I can post these for you. That one's a tough one. I'll at least grab that one.
Oh God.
There's that one. Ashram.
Oh, thank you.
And Anaria.
Asram.
And then you have Ythrin, which is of course the one you're in now.
I could never spell that.
So those are the four named cities that you found at some point. Or at least in this history book, after Professor Scant has scanned it, has updated his records to include those 4 cities. It does not seem like it's an exhaustive list by far, but at least this is what you can bear records to.
Whoops, shoot.
And there is a high wizard that does not that no one seems to recognize besides Professor Scant as a major leader. And archwizard. Oops, sorry. That is not V, but paste. There we go. Thaltanthar is a high archmage. That was one of the that was on its rise to power in the history book as a noted figure similar to Karsus. And that's it. That's all from the history book.
Good. Wow. Chunky.
Yeah, lots of crunchy stuff. Not necessarily present for you guys right now, but you know.
I love the future proofing, as it were. Oh, right. Rob, where did we put the world map in Discord?
Good question.
Is it pinned? Is it pinned?
Bag of holding.
How did anybody survive that crash there?
Let's have a quick check on it.
Right. She closes the book and puts it back away, or in her bag, as if she's going to keep it. This is for Scant for later. I'm sure he'll want to update exact records other than the things I skimmed. But I'm glad we're all feeling refreshed. Shall we go somewhere?
Yes.
Unless any of you have anything to do in the library, I will pull you guys to the next map, which is back to the necropolis.
Oh, good. Well, that's so. Oh, is it? Everyone else okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're up outside.
Shall we continue to the conjuration tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
You got 2 more of these to figure out.
Yep. Just keep your eyes out for Avarice and all our other enemies.
All the enemies that are after us.
I feel like if
Is there anything around, Rob?
Make a perception check, my dude.
Oh, I was about to.
Bro.
Can I help him, please?
Sure. Roll with advantage, or you can roll separately.
You want to roll with advantage?
Sure. That will be 20
30 or
total. Yeah, 30, 20.
Yeah, as you walk towards the Tower of Conjuration, you can sense the area around you is humming with something. There is a feeling that magic is like very dense the closer you get to this tower. And in some of the neighboring buildings down south of the tower, you feel like you can hear sounds coming from almost all of the buildings. It's very, like, it seems much more active than when you first arrived. You can't visually see anything, but you can hear a lot of noise coming from that area.
I'll point it out. Just so we're on our guard.
Miles away. 2 miles away.
No, there's sounds from the buildings.
And what I mean is that Daddy's token is like really far away.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have Roll20 open, especially on the big map. It'll chunk my.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't use it? Oh, okay.
No.
As you guys get
Again,
close
if
to
it's a
this
smaller map, but this is a big one with lots of little stuff.
Yeah. As you guys get closer here, the tower is engraved with interlocking stones, circles of stone. Yellow light spills from the topmost window, and the faint sound of brooms brushing on stone drifts through the broken doors of the front, wide open.
They're cleaning.
Like multiple, you say?
Magic spoons.
Rooms is plural last I checked.
Are we gonna meet the enchanted rooms?
Yeah, he got Mickey Mouse on the brain.
Oh, I went straight to Fantasia.
Yeah, I think they're
I
magic
was thinking of Final Fantasy 14's brooms.
Same. Or either they're moved by themselves, right? It's like magic brooms.
Yeah, they're just sweeping them on their own.
I want one of those IRL. I kind of have one. I have the robot. I have a robot vacuum cleaner, so
I think
that does
vacuums are
that.
better because they don't push up dust.
Yeah.
You will hear that, right? How about we proceed with caution this time?
Yes.
Cal.
Please. What? Hang on.
Just saying.
Cal. I didn't hear what was happening.
Okay.
Alright.
Are we drawing our weapons, though?
Sure.
I think it's a good idea.
Rooms.
Yes, I guess.
Conjuration. I guess this is probably one of the ones I have to check for traps for more than any others. So,
Good point.
so I'll spend 10 minutes to do for whatchamacallit, detect magic.
Okay. As you do this, what is everyone else doing? Just waiting?
Are we standing in front of the door? Is that where you're detecting magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm trying to look up to see if I can see in a window or something. Look around, watch your back.
Just visualizing the surroundings.
Can we walk around the tower? Oh, we're at this tower, right? The one in the behind the whatever this is. It's the one that's lit up.
It says conjuration.
The flume.
Oh yeah, the big thing or the one behind it?
The one behind it, not the big long like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, can we just walk around the back way? I mean, he's doing that for 10 minutes, right? So we don't want to just stand there. Can I just walk around, have a look around the other side of the tower?
Yeah, sure can.
Rob,
Yeah.
can I look for any possible tracks around the vicinity, just within where the doorway would be? That would be.
Sure, why don't you give me a survival check, and Cal, give me an investigation.
Oh, I got 9.
Okay, Cal.
Oh, for the love of God! I got a natural 1.
Okay, looking around the tower, smooth stone. Still see more of the interlocking circles. Looks very, very nice. Seems to be relatively well preserved. Outside, there seems to be nothing but like a stone kind of inlaid threshold that the doors have been broken, and there doesn't seem to be any place for tracks here.
There's no rhyme.
Seems relatively like clean despite the relatively freezing temperatures, and while some of it is maybe iced over, it seems that either magic or otherwise potentially the sweeping sounds gives you a hint that it could be clean. So And even just peering through from the outside, you can see that the floors are clean on the inside.
Oh, interesting. There's something, yeah, it's definitely been kept clean.
As you inspect this, Mesh's detect magic finalizes, and peering in, indeed, through the darkness, you get some glows of conjuration magic that give shape to what you would know to be unseen servants or invisible servants that do menial tasks for wizards, and they in fact are holding brooms and sweeping. But to the naked eye and to the untrained wizard, they have or non-wizard thereof, you guys see a bunch of brooms moving at normal sweeping, kind of here and there throughout the chamber. Some of them are even on the stairs, and again, another spiral staircase leads to what seems to be a single chamber at the top with nothing of note on the way up. Everything inside the interior is ruined but cleaned. So even if you see like a desk, or you see some sort of just kind of like box, or maybe chamber pots for like using the toilet, everything seems to be clean, although you can only clean something so many times before it deteriorates if it's not being preserved. So that's kind of the thing here. Think of like an excavation site that's just been swept over and over and over again, just deteriorates.
I'm kind of sad that it's not rooms that are enchanted.
Well, it looks like that to you, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I'll appreciate that.
You can live in the moment.
I was gonna see if both of them could fly.
Going in ahead of everyone, checking for traps.
All right.
Okay.
Give me an investigation.
This would be with advantage, yeah, because tiny things.
That's right.
Investigate tiny things.
Tiny things.
That's pretty good. 19 plus 9, 28.
You're very confident this seems to be relatively public area space. So there doesn't seem to be any reason for it to be trapped, but just to be safe, you kind of do a little bit of a standard protocol to the stairs. You would say the main chamber and the stairs seem to be safe to climb for the time being. Unless you would like to start ascending and continuing your checks, you can do so.
Yeah. Ascend.
I'll follow behind too. Please head on.
I too will go after realizing everything is clear.
Okay. Is this the one I wanted? This one's good. Climbing the stairs, you approach a topmost chamber. Sweeping kinds of diminishes a bit as you climb, and inside the top chamber, there's no door, just a threshold. Glowing orbs are set into the wall of a 30-foot diameter room that is consistent with the other towers. A completely circular chamber. However, inside are 4 giant blue hands made out of shimmering force in the center of the room. Think of like the master hand from Super Smash Bros. Made out of blue energy. Looking threatening, like they're about to grab anything in front of them. Just floating in the air.
Good.
In the center of the room, they seem to be observing or guarding or about to attack, you're not sure. A tiny ornamental tower perched on a pedestal in the center of the room.
Does it look like one of those like 3 to scale type tower things?
Is it a scale model of this tower?
Yeah.
Velen, do you still have that arcane eye spell?
Yes, I do. I have to see if I have it prepared today, but yeah, I think I do. I do have it in my spellbook. That's what you're asking.
Perhaps rather than getting pummeled, we can just have your arcane eye go up there and see if you can spot the passage.
Message.
Not a bad idea. Well, maybe we could. Can we look around maybe from here? That's a very powerful magic just to scout something that potentially we could use our own eyes for.
How far does that go?
Is it?
I mean, if theoretically we can find like a opening in the other tower, we could use the same spell to get both messages. If it can go that far.
Well, looking at
Is
my
there-
spell list here.
Is there a person in here that says "drink me" and is going to shrink us?
I do have the spell prepared for the day, but it is a 4th level circle or 4th circle magic.
That will be transmutation, less conjuration.
Isn't that, is he saying it's overkill for what we're trying to do?
No, it makes me think of Alice in Wonderland.
No, I mean the spell that they're talking about.
Well, she'll just look in the chamber without putting her face in there and kind of looks on all the walls, looks on the ceiling. She does not see anything.
I have detect magic up. Oh, is the little tiny tower glowing anything?
All 4 of the hands are very, very strong magic. And the miniature tower is definitely conjuration magic. Like, very strong conjuration magic.
Tiny tower is also conjuration. Anything around the walls and the floors, ceiling?
Nope.
Oh, the hand's gonna grab us.
Are there any brooms in this movie?
There is no brooms in the chamber. But
we heard them,
it
but
does look clean. So your guess is that they've
they were
probably done
outside.
that already.
Okay, so
Yeah.
right.
At least for today.
Can't we send Blackie out next to those hands? Mesh.
How tall is the ceiling?
I'll say it's a 15-foot chamber, so 15 feet. Maybe 20 feet. Yeah, maybe 20 feet's probably safe. We'll say 20.
Is there a secret handshake?
Is there a secret hand that's gonna drop down from the ceiling and grab us?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and see if I can get close. What they do, how the hands react to Mage Hand.
So what are you doing with the mage hand specifically?
Trying to get close to the tiny tower, see if that works. Just want to get their reaction, engagement protocol, figure out how they engage, why they engage.
So are you at the threshold casting the magic into the room and trying to get the hand to move towards the tower? Okay.
Yeah. Technically, I could just cast it right on top of the tower.
So interestingly enough, you would anticipate some kind of reaction to this. But casting the magic, the hands do not even so much as change any iteration of movement. They continue to hover and float and have this kind of hand-like NPC movement where they, like in a video game, they're just idling. They do not change any iota. And your hand floats towards the miniature tower.
Okay. Should I grab it? See how they react?
Grab it.
Don't grab it, just poke it.
Bring it back here.
Grab it and lift it up as close to the ceiling as possible and bring it back.
Mesh, just take it and go.
All right.
Out of curiosity.
Wait,
before
so
we get
you're gonna
into-
pick it up and drag it right past the hands rather than, move it in a straight line to us.
I think he means just to take it off the pedestal and then pull. It did not like very high and then over, just kind of like up and over.
Yeah, it's just up.
How long has it been since?
Otherwise, it would be like bumping into the hands, right? I need to go a bit over the hands.
No, the hands are kind of like 2 and 2 like this, and the door's here. So you kind of have to go past the 2 on this side, and then you go towards the center, and then there's 2 more on the opposite sides. So think of the X like an X, and you're coming in on the bottom of the X. Yeah.
Okay.
How long has it been since we took a short rest?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe 30 minutes if you count Velen's narration.
I still got Death Ward.
Okay, so Mesh, you pick it up.
Oh, Rob, just to make a point, as soon as we exited the library, I cast that thing again, because otherwise we would be slipping on the surface of the city.
Huh?
You remember the city was tilted, and with ice we weren't slipping on it because I cast the charm from the Chewingas?
I mean, you can
That
make that
would-
assumption, but as you're getting ready to cast the charm, gravity is neutralized. So
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
Mythalar has made it so that you don't need it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So if you don't want to cast, you don't
have.
have to. But it did make
Okay.
some of the navigations easier when you got to icy patches, and climbing was much easier. But yeah,
Okay.
you guys do have crampons on, so that is most of that's kind of evened out.
Negative. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, your hand reaches out and grabs the tower. As it grips the tower and begins to raise it, there's a flash. The magic from the tower shoots a projection that is 5 feet away from the pedestal on the north side of the tower. You're on the south side. The projection fires an 8-foot tall, 4-foot wide door in the middle of nowhere. And the pedestal and the tower do not move. They do not lift.
Okay, so you can't
But
lift
you
it.
have activated the object, and there is now a door in the center of the room. Just seems to be going to another place.
Okay, so the hands weren't in the center, or the hands are in the center and the door's in the center? I forget misunderstanding the placement of the door and the hands.
Okay. Doors in the south. It's a circle room. It's a big fucking circle. Put an X on the circle. On each of the 4 points of the circle, there's a giant hand that's about 10 by 10 feet. It's big. Each one of them. They're all blue. The pedestal is the very center of the room. North of the pedestal, after you touched it, on the north side of the X, in the center point, there is an 8-foot door.
Okay.
That is
You
your
mean
current
now you
present.
have
And
to go into
all
the
of you
door?
are outside. Not everyone even can see the full scope of what just happened. Only Mesh is the closest to the door because he's activating a spell to even reach the center. So he has
Okay,
eyesight.
so we have a magical doorway opened. Do we want to try and run for it, or what are we doing, guys?
Do you want to try and run for it?
Why do we need to run when we can simply walk through it?
Or are those hands gonna come after us?
Probably that's the thought.
Yeah, so you go ahead, Mesh, and then we'll see if the hands come after us.
No.
Is that
No.
is
Goldy and
Is
Breker
that-
go first.
Alright, why
Ash,
not?
Go someplace else.
I suppose you can get handsy right now.
Who's getting handsy?
Not you, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Goldy on 3, you want to step into this room?
Are we gonna run? What are we doing?
Have
These
they made
hands
any motions
are going
to do
to
anything
start to
yet?
punch us.
Have they motioned or done anything?
one
Or are
sec.
they still animating?
One
it's
sec.
still just
Yeah, they're still just not doing anything.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take out my axe and just hopefully swat them away. On 3?
On 3.
So you two
One.
step in the room first.
I'm behind Mesh on the stairs.
Okay,
so
you
I'll
have
try
a
to get on
maximum
the side,
entrance of
so-
2 people at a time. So I need to know who's next.
So wait, is
Uh,
Cari and Mesh are first? Or
No,
No, Mesh
no,
is backing up so those 2 can go in.
We're
So I'm going to
stepping
orient you on the
at
map.
the hands, not the portal door.
Yes, this
Mhm.
is the threshold of to enter the room.
Is it within 30 feet of where I am right now?
The whole chamber is 30 feet, so you're about 15 feet from the center.
Then I'm not going to walk in. When it comes to my turn, I'm just gonna teleport into the door.
Okay.
But I'm gonna wait till they go in first. I'm
Sounds
just gonna
good.
stay inside and watch. and see what
Let's
happens.
do it first.
Cal,
Alright.
you wanna go after these 2?
Oh.
I'll go after these 2. I just
You say
don't know how
no?
they enter the door.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be handsy.
I'm holding my scimitars right in one in each hand, so like, how am I gonna do that?
Oh, you're not the one who's gonna be handsy.
I will be going
Everyone keep
last.
your hands
I'm
to
the
yourself.
eldest, so I will decide for myself. Thank you.
You are not the eldest, but sure.
Yeah, you're not.
Well, we're not gonna do this right now, alright?
Well, I seem to have the
Hey.
most sense, so I operate like one. So I will go with
Okay,
that.
fine, whatever.
Oh, really?
Yes, really, you infantile person. Running
Oh, but
around like
there
a
we go.
crazy individual in the library to your
There
own
we go.
detriment, and now you want to play the parent for this one.
I
Good
don't
one,
want
Madeline.
someone else.
Anyway,
There's
let's go in the fucking room.
Yes,
All
let's
right,
just proceed forward.
we are gonna roll initiative just
Go
to
right.
see how fast people can move.
Okay.
Did we pre-roll initiative?
We did
Uh-huh.
not.
We did not this time.
I got
Let me
a
get the.
We're gonna roll initiative just for fun, guys. Don't worry about it.
50.
It's fun to roll die.
What did I get? Oh, so 16.
That's a good initiative. Way to
That's
go there.
fine, I guess.
So
I
I,
was planning to go after you two anyway, so this works.
are we writing it in the thing? In the.
It hasn't shown up yet.
I am very aware of what it looks like. Just give me a second.
Oh wait, I just realized I'm like.
If someone can, can someone put in a 4 for me?
I got you.
Okay.
I always roll dog shit on initiative.
Dallan, can you roll one more for Velen for me?
Yeah. She got 14, of course, for her. Yeah, 14 plus whatever her initiative is.
She has a +1, but she's going last. So
Wait, Jeff, did you say you got a 3?
I
Go.
am good at initiative rolls.
I have advanced
Mine are
on this
always
rolls.
below, like,
It's not good.
just above, or just right above 10 or below 10.
all right. Well, I'll show you what these things look like.
We're missing a couple of people on the initiative order.
Who are we missing?
Me.
I'm imagining there's hands.
Oh, that's because
like,
this is over here. That's why I can't see it.
the
Okay.
creepy hands from like Ocarina of Time that come in.
Yeah, we're
Goldy, Cal.
Oh, sorry. Can I write it in now?
Oh no, you're in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize it was.
In you go.
I did have you on there,
No,
Goldy, but you
not that.
must have been on the wrong layer for the token that was there. So that's my
-1.
16.
Goldie. There you go.
There we go. Oh, sorry. That was weird.
Why can't I write?
Couldn't type
The
it in.
hands look like this, by the way.
Oh no. What gross monstrosity. Hey, crazy hand!
Oh, it's very strange that they're chasing somebody.
Big
Doesn't
movie.
look like crazy hands.
Hey, Mesh, this is the Super Smash Bros. Story, okay? This is where they come from.
Oh no, we're gonna be teleported into the Super Smash Brothers world.
Oh no! I just run in and let them take me.
All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna roll initiative for these guys. You don't know when they're gonna go. I'm gonna put them in the initiative order secretly. So the basics of this is there's a certain trigger that activates them. You don't know what that is.
No.
There's also a certain point in the initiative order when things can act, and I'm sure you guys are well aware of what's called a reaction. So when they get their turn, depending if you guys want to stay in the room or not, or depending on what happens, they may be able to get a turn and reset their reactions.
Are those creepy things that move when you move?
So
Like
I'm
in
going to roll
opposite
4d20 because there are 4 of them.
Towards you.
Hey, what?
You know those things that move when you move, but they only move when you move.
A shadow.
The Doctor Who.
Shadow. Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking about.
Kind of like that, but kind of like the
You're talking about the angels, right?
Well, those move when you blink. I mean, like move when you move. Like
Oh, my
you
bad.
get them in
And then they move when you don't look.
All right.
I have not seen Doctor Who, so I do not know.
Okay.
Oh, you love the enemy.
So here's what happens. I have already decided which ones are going where, and I've randomly assigned them numbers to when they reset. All right. So who is going to enter the room first, and that's where we're going to start the initiative. Goldy and Breker, I believe. So I think that means that Goldy is going to be the first in the initiative between the two of you to act.
I think
because y'all are all waiting on them to move. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Goldy.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna motion to Breker to run in, but not go directly to the actual door. More in the sense of just to be like one step away from it.
Can I just ask, why are you running and not walking?
Just
in
in
a
case.
in a 30-foot.
It's his turn. You don't need to question it until it's over.
They're scared the hands are gonna attack them.
Yeah, so okay, truth be told, it's like a bunch of hands are going out there. I'm running away from something that's about to chase me. It's instinctual for me to run here.
So you're running to go into the door or wait by the door? What is your goal here?
Wait by the door. I don't actually go in. Just I've been down this rodeo.
Well, I'm not going in, so you go in. So.
All right.
Before Breker goes in.
I'm about to get the best massage of my life.
Wait, what?
Right. So you walk in the door and run or walk to the center of the 15 feet and wait. What is your armor class, Goldy?
16. I'm gonna get slaps.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't need to roll for this. Give me a dex save.
Oh.
You have advantage on this because you're a barbarian. You can see it.
14.
Not enough. You are grappled.
Advantage?
One of the hands on the left grabs you.
Plus 5.
I knew it.
Oh,
does not matter. By the time he enters the room, he's out of your radius.
Guys,
there's 4 hands.
Don't come in.
More than 4 of us, so I can't grab everybody.
Okay. Can I? Do I still have a action here? Can I do this? Oh no, I should probably look it up first. What am I doing? Let's have a look
You
at
can't do anything when you're grappled.
You rage.
0.
Let me go.
So this is not a reaction, Goldy. So you would have to use your action to do nothing, and then this thing happens after your turn.
All right.
This is not a reaction. So this thing moves from the bottom, or from the top right. It comes all the way over to the door and grabs you.
May I ask where it's grabbing me?
It's big.
Like 4 times your size, just grabs you like a giant hand. Yeah.
Cool. I just took it and just like grab me in my mouth.
I'll reveal the ones that have already acted. How's that? Boom.
Yeah. It's holding you like a Barbie doll.
Guys.
So this one comes in. Goldy goes up to the door up here, and it gets grabbed.
I'm gonna try and see if we can win awemei to stare back at Breker. No. Just no.
I will change the person on this to be Goldy. Alrighty.
Well, I'm just gonna chill out now.
Breker, you're next, because unless Van... So, because the initiative order is the way it is, Breker is going to go next in the front, but if Van wants to run, I'll let him go now. But Breker is next because he's next to the door. So, Van, you can act.
I ain't getting grabbed.
But you get an action is what I'm trying to say. So if you want to act at all from your current position, that's one thing. But going into the room is another.
Are you being grappled softly, Goldy?
Yes, I'm being grappled very softly.
I'm good. I'm gonna just be ready to.
You want to hold an action?
Necessary, I suppose. No.
Okay. All right, Breker.
I'm going to take the dodge action and step into the room and move so Goldy's within my aura again.
Okay. So you're gonna have to go next to the pedestal for that.
Oh hey, buddy. Fancy meeting you here.
After that happens, the one up here gets to go. And runs to you and does the same thing. Make a dex save.
So with the dodge, I have advantage.
Yes, I'll say that's fair.
Natural 20 for 26.
Okay, how do you
Nice.
defend as this thing floats across and just tries to grab and crush you?
Just say maybe I pull out the trident and poke its fingies at it.
Just kind of recoils a bit. You see the little flash of like rheumatoid arthritis and kind of cracks its knuckles, and then goes one of these, and then goes back to that.
Goes back to animating.
Yeah. Mesh, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna do something funky for the slower people in the group. I'm gonna run in and try to trigger the 2 other hands. So action is my dodge action, so I get advantage. Bonus action, if I need dash to get, like, do a circle, I could dash as a bonus action to trigger both hands. So their reaction is used. I'm guessing they're using their reaction, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll do that.
Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise. No, anti-clockwise.
So you're gonna go left and around.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you go left, you definitely are gonna get one. However, instead of this giving me advantage because I'm not gonna hit, they're going for a grapple, so you need to make a dex save.
So my action was dodge, so this is with advantage, yeah?
Yes, the first one will be with advantage.
That is a 17 plus 9, I think.
Yeah, it's more than
17
enough.
plus
So
8.
it reaches out and
17 plus
grabs,
8.
and you kind of slide under it, moving on to the next one.
Yeah. Alright, so
Now you're gonna go to the one next to Breker. The one next to Breker is gonna roll with disadvantage to punch you, seeing that the grapple failed the last time. And that is a 16 to hit your armor class.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Does that with Breker as well? Is he close enough to Breker?
Was that with disadvantage? Because I
That
have
was
the
with
dodge
disadvantage.
action. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Breker doesn't help with its attack.
Need more dice. It's the wrong box, Rob. I will just pick 4 of the same color dice.
Will I need the dash bonus action to trigger all 4 of them?
Mesh, I am
Distance-wise?
so sorry. 3,
No worries.
4.
The prophecies are coming true.
Oh god. Okay. Math is hard. What is 8 times 4?
32.
20, 32.
30. Sorry, what's 8 times?
8 times 4 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32.
So then
2 16s.
32, 39. Okay, you take 43 points of force damage as this thing makes a fist and just goes wham and punches you, and you move back 5 feet.
Okay, half that with
Yeah, that's
my
fine.
thingy. Half that with my uncanny dodge.
Okay,
Our short rest.
so 42 goes down to 21,
21, yeah.
and your reaction is down.
Yeah.
That is going to take 20 feet of your movement,
20.
but then
I'll
you
keep
go back
going.
an additional 5. So, yeah, I'll say it takes 25 of your,
So let's,
20 of your
let's
movement,
say
yeah.
25.
So,
So
yeah,
25 to 5 again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going. Trigger the next one.
The next one does not seem to take an opportunity, because your guess is that maybe because it's holding Goldy, it can't punch.
Okay. Then I'll go past it and go for the next one.
Okay, and then you go to the one at the bottom of the chamber, and seeing the other one was successful, we'll do the same thing. At disadvantage, it will roll a 12 to hit this time.
Misses.
Okay.
Misses.
So Mesh and Blackie kind of just go on this side and then up here, and then they move this way and back down to this area here. And now you can see all of the tokens. I'll show you those once their initiatives are revealed. I'll put them back up. But for the time being, Mesh has gone here. I'll say that's 30 feet of movement to get all the way through. 35 feet of movement, sorry, to get all the way to the next one.
So that means my bonus action was used.
Correct. So are you going to use any of the remaining movement?
I'll try to get closer to the door and like.
I mean, you can go in the door this turn if you want. That's where you were at.
Yeah, I'll go in first.
Okay,
Sure.
Mesh kind of does a shoulder tackle into the door, and the door seems to look like it has a vacuous kind of fabric that's just prone, and then when Mesh hits it, it's like he impacts a curtain that folds around his body, and as he pushes through it, it kind of like imprints and kind of goes in a little bit, but it's this very weird phasing, and then all at once it's just kind of like with no sound, it kind of like sucks him in, and then even though the fabric is kind of torn, as you will, the fabric just kind of wraps around Mesh instead of being opened, and he's gone. Mesh, you're out of the initiative.
Okay.
Good job, Mesh.
All right, now it is one of the hands' turns. It is this one's turn.
Oh, hi there.
All right, let's put these to the back so that you guys can. This one moves up and attempts to punch Breker. Breker, you still have the dodge action, correct?
Yep.
Okay, that is a natural 1. So this thing punches. You feel the weight. You kind of like see this thing coming from across the room, and I'll say that you kind of get your feet nice and firmly planted, and you're getting ready to brace for impact. But this thing is just so telegraphed in its movement that it's coming for a punch that you just brace for impact, and then you're like, you know, I can probably, yeah. And you kind of just put the shield down, take a step back, and it goes completely past you. Devii, you're up.
Silliness. Silliness.
Mesh got hit really hard, so I don't want him to be by himself on the other side. But I also don't want to go through until these guys are safe.
I'm also here.
So I would like to hold my action so that if I would like to teleport into the door if Goldy and Breker are able to break free before my turn. And if they can't, then my turn is done.
Sorry, just a second, Cari. Mesh, can you see the map now that I've deleted your token? I just realized maybe you can't see anything.
I'm still on the map. I'm under the third
Oh,
hound.
I see you now. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna put you back in the initiative anyways. Just
Okay.
put you back in there. Just so I know your token's not deleted. Okay. All right. Sorry, Cari, go back to what you're doing. I apologize.
Okay. So I'm holding my action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen teleport to teleport into the door. But only if Breker and Goldy are able to break free from that grass and go through. So I'm watching them, seeing if they're okay. Their turn is before mine. If they can't break through, then then I'll lose that turn.
Okay. Chalcedony, you're up.
Okay.
His country.
Yeah,
Apparently
Chalcedony is my country.
Agenda changed.
Yeah. Oath of Conquest.
Chalcedonia!
Oath of Conquest Paladin now.
So, two of the hands are occupied and 2 are not holding anyone, right? 2 are not 2 are unoccupied.
There are 3.
So 3 are occupied. There's only 1 that's unoccupied. So the one that's unoccupied, I would like to. I don't know if I can do this.
Well, there's 1 grappling Goldy and 3 that are not holding anything, if that's what you're referring to. Yes, that's accurate.
Free and not holding anything. Okay.
And Mesh has gone through the door, so I'm gonna put Mesh
Is
up
there
here.
one by the door and then one by me? Or one near me? Or
Mesh,
one,
can you
and then
draw a
one by the
door right south of you?
Okay.
Just draw it on the map. Cal, can you ask your question one more time for me?
So, is there the one that went after Mesh? Is it still by the door, and then there's one by me? A different one.
There's two by, technically 3 by the door. There's 3 collapsed in the center, and one is kind of just off on its lonesome on the X pattern to the left of the entrance where you're at.
Okay. So they're kind of occupied. Yeah, I wanted to see if I could use my weapon attack to make a maneuvering attack. Not sure if it'll work, but it means that one creature that can see and hear me can use its reaction to move half its speed without provoking attacks from the target of my attack.
That would work on anyone that has movement. Currently, someone who's grappled speed is 0. So if you gave the ability to move half their speed or move their speed, Goldy's speed is 0.
So would I be able to give it to, like, for example, Devii or who is it?
What's the restriction of giving someone their speed? Is it just that they can hear you and they can be anywhere? Or do they have to be within a certain range of you, or what?
Yeah, it just says allow a creature that can see and hear you to use its reaction to move half its speed. It doesn't say anything about this. Well, let me look about distance.
Yeah, so there you go.
It doesn't say.
If they can see and hear you, then they can do it.
They can see and hear me. So, yeah, I can give it to either the ungrappled ones with Devii, Vanvalor, and
I'm teleporting. I'm not attacking.
Okay, you're going to the boat. Okay, or is Breker grappled? Sorry, is Breker grappled?
No.
He's not. So
he'd be good because he's right next to Goldy. He'd be able to help.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to try and do that. So I'm going to use my I'm going to make a weapon attack now and try and attack that. The one that's like between me and the door. The one that's, I guess, like
None of them are between you and the door. They're all surrounding the center podium where the door is and where the position of Breker is. Breker's standing in front of the door.
In that case, can I move like around the outside of them and like as if I'm gonna go around them and then hit the one that's near Breker then?
Which one? All 3 of them can hit Breker.
I don't know. Sorry.
Just pick one.
Oh, I just pick one. Yeah, that's the one that's near me. One that's closest to near me and Breker. Then I'll try.
All right, then I'm gonna pick one because that's not clear enough. You have to either choose the one that Goldy's holding, or choose one that is not being held by Breker.
I can only see 3 on the map though.
Yes, the other one is not near Breker. It's near the door. Sorry, it's not near the teleporter door. It's near the entrance door. The other one is farther back.
Can I pick the one on the left?
You want that one? Okay, so then that one's, I'll just put you over here.
That one's not holding anyone, right?
Correct. It's not holding anyone. Yeah, okay. I can track where you're doing now, so please make your weapon attack.
Okay, sorry, I didn't like... Okay.
Yeah, I know, it's confusing, it's fine. We're using the term door, like, arbitrarily. There's 2 doors, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, alright.
Yeah, we'll just say archway and entrance, okay? Archway and entrance, no doors.
Okay, no doors. So close to 20. It was a 24. Does it hit?
24 hits, yeah.
24 hits. So what I'll do is say, hang on. Say to Breker, oh, I see an opening, Breker. Try and get around the side of this hand that I've just hit, so he can move up to half his speed without provoking an opportunity attack from that hand.
So Breker, you can use your reaction if you'd like.
Sorry,
but does he get?
I use my superiority die to add the total to the damage roll.
Of your attack? Or his attack?
My attack. Oh, I guess it's my attack.
Okay.
Yeah, it says you can spend 1 superiority when you hit with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority die to add the total to the damage roll and allow a creature that's seeking haste to use the reaction to move up to half its speed without provoking the opportunity attack.
Okay, so Breker, you have a 15-foot reposition if you would like to take it without provoking Oppies if you'd like. That's your prerogative. Cal, give me the damage, please.
So there's the 8 with the regular damage, and then roll the 8 as well. That adds an extra 1.
9
so
damage.
It's 9.
Okay. You carve into this thing, having a little bit more that you feel this thing has substance than maybe it looks. It's very, very hardy. Like cutting into a thick piece of armor.
Really? I thought it was like translucent.
It is, but it feels like you're hitting a tank.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, that's 1 attack. Breker, would you like to use your movement, or are you going to stay put?
I had tried to position so I was dead center in this room in between us and the portal.
Okay.
I don't think I want to move.
Okay. So he stays put despite your ability to make a request for movement. Cal, he decides that that's strategically where he wants to be, so it's now your turn to attack. Again.
Okay. So, in that case, I will... Let's see. Oh, sorry, 1 sec. I'm going to try and attack the same... How big? These are like weird. These are bigger than large, right? These are huge.
They're
are they
large.
size?
They're a large size. They're a bit larger on the map. So that you can see them. But yeah, they're about double your size.
It's possible that I could do a trip attack then. So I'll try and hit again and attempt to do a trip attack on that same like hand. I got a... Oh, why is it not showing me the thing? I got a 27 total to hit.
Yeah, it's a hit. What do I need to roll?
1 second. Sorry, I'm really bad at navigating this thing. So when I hit with a weapon attack, I can expend 1 superiority die to add the total to the damage. If the target is larger or smaller, it must make a saving throw with a DC of 17. On failure, you'd knock the target prone.
Okay.
Strength saving throw, sorry.
Strength save. All right.
Yeah.
I got a dirty 20, so it is not prone.
Okay. Well, that was my attempt, but I can still do my damage, right?
Yeah, and then add your superiority die.
Okay. Damage is... Oh, it's just a 7. Okay, and now my die is... plus another 7, so 14 total damage to that hand.
14 hand damage, you got it. Kind of carve a nice cut into one of the fingers, kind of dissipating it before it reconnects briefly, but...
Oh, it reconnected! Yeah. No!
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that could reconnect. Okay. I still have movement, right? So I want to use my movement because I can move past his hand without provoking opportunity attack. Because I forgot what it's called now, but I have this thing where they can't do that if I've hit them. Yeah. Mobile. That's it. Yeah. So how much distance is between me and the door?
10 feet.
10 feet. And are there 2 hands in front of me or just the 1
3
that I hit?
You got 3 by the door, or 3 by the archway, or the portal, and then you got 1 that you're fighting right now by the entrance.
Damn, I don't know if it's worth me trying to move past, or at least move a little bit towards... My movement is 45 feet, so I can get across
the whole room is 30 feet across, so you got enough room to work.
Okay, I'll move... Let me look at this. Can I move... Oh, sorry, 1 sec. Let me get the tool. Can I just move like...
Don't worry about measuring. You just point where you want to go.
I'm just showing the direction, really. Can I just move like diagonally forward towards the door without going like kind of past this? Oh, not past it, but like right by this hand.
So Breker is basically allowing you guys to have a way to get into the door. Otherwise, these two things would be blocking it. So you have to run straight through, like around the central pedestal, through Breaker's point, and then you can dive in the door if you want. Otherwise, you're going to need to stay in the room. The hands that blocked off the alternative exits. Mesh kind of slid under them. So.
Okay, I'd like to use that, my movement to go towards the door in that direction.
Are you going to go in the door or to the door?
I don't know if I want to leave everybody behind.
We got to make that choice.
Can I just go by the door?
So you can be, you can go in front of Breker then.
Yeah, can I do that?
You can.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, please.
All right, are you going to do anything with your bonus action?
No, I don't think so. I think.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I think I will just end my turn.
All right, the last one is the hand. This hand, not enjoying the pummeling it just got, will move forward and attempt to hit Cal. Cal, what is your armor class?
17.
All right. In that case, I got a 14 to hit. So that is a miss.
Can I do like a dodge, like a mirthful dodge, and like I jump on my.
Yeah, you can like jump on the knuckle and kind of backflip off of it a bit. Kind of land into a quick bow and a wink.
No, that's exactly what I would do.
All right, Dallan's turn. Oh dear, these are some very nasty Bigby hands that seem to have their own idea of the world here. She thumbs through her spellbook rapidly, looking for something.
How's she got time to do that?
She's a wizard.
She has them all dog-eared. She knows where.
Oh, I don't have that one memorized today. Shit. Well, there goes nothing. And she casts a cantrip at one with a chill touch, which is a natural 19. That'll hit. She's gonna hit the one that is attacking Goldy from the door. That will be 7 points of necrotic damage to that one. And it is its speed reduced. Or sorry, it cannot regain hit points if it could, and has disadvantage on attack rolls. Oh, it does not. Sorry, that's only if it's undead. This is not an undead hand. All right, Goldy, you're up. At the start of your turn, you're going to take some crushing damage as this thing is literally squeezing the shit out of you.
Okay, so that's 7 dead damage plus whatever's about to happen.
No, you're going to take
the shit out of him. Goldy, we don't have extra pants.
Yeah.
No, I thought you said a hand attacked me earlier.
This hand holds you, buddy. You're taking 18 points of bludgeoning damage at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is if you're grappled by this thing. This just happens.
Okay. This isn't fun anymore.
So yeah, you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage at the start of your turn. Your turn.
Okay. I need to get out of this. I'm gonna be cheeky here. Can I move with my hands? Is that okay?
I will say yes. As it reaches out to grab you, you try to like fight it off, and maybe your hands were stuck in that position. So your hands are like down up here. You're just getting crushed, like crushing your ribs.
Okay. Could I put my hands to wherever my backpack is, reach in and grab the bag of tricks, and then okay,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, and what I want to do is just like take one out and put it in between, like where the hands are more grappled.
Goldie, did you not already use them all today?
I have one left.
Okay.
Just one.
All right.
And I'm gonna just see if it can like put me out.
So what are you trying to do?
So I want to use the release of the animal if it's big enough that it actually just the hand will just get pulled away because it can't grab me and whatever's just about to appear inside its grip.
Do you get it, Rob?
I understand what he's trying to do, but if you read the item, you can't do that. The item says you can you have to throw the thing out of the bag in a location, and the thing comes out.
Would it count if like I try to throw it because it's so restricted, it just bounces off the hand?
What does the bag say, Goldy? I'm not the one that's going to arbitrate the item that you should be able to read.
I have to throw it in a direction, but what I'm doing is I'm just like limply just throwing it down, and it's just going to pop up as soon as it like touches the hand.
I mean, you can throw it on the hand, but it's going to have to like, it's not going to make the hand just go and open up if you throw it out of the area. Like it has to be inside the area for something to like expand. It doesn't principally work the way you're intending.
Okay. You know what? Well, I'll forget that. I'm just trying to see if I want to be a little bit cheeky.
I appreciate the creativity, but yeah, the item has its own restrictions, so.
Okay, that's fine. I had my hands out. I had my axe out.
Yes,
so,
it is in your hands currently. And for the record, Goldy, these things are a size larger than you.
Yeah, I can't actually kick it because it's giant and that's large, so I got that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's giant, it's just if it's larger than you. That's what we've stapled to set it as. Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to wait. Do I actually have? Let me just quickly check. Do I have rage? Because I might use it up. Oh, I got rage. I'm fine. Yeah, I'll go play rage. I'm gonna rage up.
You already raged at the start of the turn, did you not?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and swing downwards to his fingers and try and chop him off. See if that'll release me.
Okay, so if you're intending to chop off a finger,
or all the fingers, if I
all the fingers, then that's just a normal attack. Because you're trying to hit a bunch.
It's gonna be
if you want to escape the grapple, that'll be a contested roll. That's not an attack. So you can either do damage or you can try to get out of the grapple. Those are the options.
Get out the grapple.
Oh, so that means I won't necessarily get released, will I?
Until, like, if you want to kill it, that'll definitely release it, right? That's one thing.
Okay.
So do you want to try to just chop this thing to smithereens and get out of the grapple, or do you want to try to get out of the grapple?
You know what? I don't know what its health is like. I want to get out of the grapple. How do I do that?
All right, so you can roll an athletics check to get out, or an acrobatics, your choice. And I will roll against you with the stats of the monster.
I will do athletics.
Okay, if you are currently raging, you should have advantage on all athletics checks.
Okay, I'll roll. You know, I don't think it matters. I rolled a nat 1.
That's an automatic failure.
Never mind.
The grip holds.
With advantage, Goldy.
I can roll again. It's just
advantage means the nat 1 will be.
I know, but if it's a 1, you know, my mom.
It doesn't matter with advantage. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
You choose the higher result.
Advantage is the higher one.
Right. Yes. Of course. All right. This is 27.
Okay, that breaks the grapple.
Better.
I got a 16. So yeah.
Okay. I am out. That counts as a complete action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm vamping after his turn.
Okay, so Devii is in the door.
Okay.
Hey there.
Let me just reread the conditions, see if I can. Hi.
Same thing happens, except for Devii basically has to teleport, and then like she can't move on her turn, so she just kind of like lets gravity take over and kind of just falls into the door.
Trust fall backwards.
Just like does one of the little coffin dives, like.
So, does my speed go right, like return? It's from 0. It's now back to normal. So
Yeah, you got your full speed now.
Okay, I'm gonna run back towards the door where Devii is.
Okay. You'll provoke an opportunity attack from the hand to leave its entrance.
No.
Devi's not there.
Oh, she's not there. So
She went through the portal. She's already gone.
I triggered all the
I held my action to teleport to the portal.
Okay.
When you got let go.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I will go through that door then.
So you're going through the portal. Yeah, you're still gonna take an attack of opportunity from the thing that you broke the grapple.
Okay.
Did they get their oppies back? Because I triggered all
The
of
one
them.
that grappled does not have an oppie that it used on you. So
Right,
it gets an
right, that
opportunity
one.
attack to hit you.
That one does.
To
that
hit
one
is a
does.
27, which definitely hits your armor class.
Oh.
I'm gonna try it. Yes.
All right. You are going
Please
to
roll badly.
take force damage, which you are not resistant to.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm rolling insane. All right.
Oh no.
3,
It's fine. He's a
4,
barbarian.
Yeah, I can heal you once you get through.
4 times 8.
Oh god, that's 36.
Yeah, you take 36 points of force damage, and instead of making it to the door, this thing punches you into the door. You just
Into the door.
Oh my gosh, I'm trust falling through, and then all of a sudden goes like.
Mesh and
Standing
Devii.
there, Devii falls, and then
No,
Goldy
listen.
just-
Mesh and Devii need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh really?
Yes.
Goldie lands on Mesh and
Okay,
Devii.
I actually thought that like me and Devii would actually lock eyes for a split moment before I go whooshing
Oh,
off.
What am I? I'm making a deck save?
Dex save. You do not get
14.
Breaker's bonus, and unfortunately, being on a different plane doesn't give you the bonus.
20.
Dirty 20, Mesh?
I'm just like.
14.
Okay, you're going to take half damage, so you both take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as Goldy
Okay.
careens into you.
Ah!
Oh,
I'm okay. Are you guys okay?
nose. Oh,
Oh my gosh, you're bleeding.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay here on top of you for a while.
No!
Oh, all right, I'll get up. Just give me a sec.
I like find a pressure point on you and pinch it.
All right, now this hand is going to attempt to do the same thing to, let's say Breker. Breker's there and has a high AC and has still got the dodge action going last I checked, correct?
I'm still dodged.
All right, does a 17 hit your armor class, Breker?
Dodge OP.
Does not.
Okay, then you also are just matrix diving between these things. Van, you are up, my dude.
I guess I'll just move in as far as my. I'm not going to open roll 20. How close can I get to the portal?
You can get like the one on the right is going like if you want to get to the door. So Cal's like in front of the thing. So basically, there's a 5-foot space between you and the door, or 10 feet. There's 10 feet in front of the entrance, and then there's Chalcedony by the pedestal, then Breker, and then the portal. So it's like a whole.
start
It's a
making my-
whole 20 feet away from you.
Okay, I can run to. I'll go to the door, and then can I hold? No. Can I like hold an action to go in it once Breker and Cal are like almost in? You know. So I'm not
Normally, I would
away
say
from them.
yes, but the portal is facing one direction towards you and not the opposite. And both of the other hands are flanking it, so there's no space. So you would have to teleport behind Cal and still have to run about 15 feet to get in the door.
I can't teleport.
Well, that's what I mean is if you're going to want to jump in the door at the last minute, you still have too much space for you to hold an action to jump in. It's too far away at this stage. Devii literally teleported on the door to fall into it. That's how she was able to get in.
Yeah. I thought you said I was 20 feet from the door.
That is correct. The closest you can get to the door
So-
is about 10 to 15 feet. And wait. Otherwise, if you enter the room, you've seen it happen multiple times. Anything that you walk by or near is going to try to pummel you. These hands take up 10 feet each. So they can hit you from pretty much anywhere. So you either need to run past them, go for the oppies, and try to get in the portal now, or you can try to duke it out.
action dash is an option if you want to try
You
and.
can also do the thing that
No,
some
I
of them,
just-
you don't have to dash. You can just take a disengage and give them disadvantage and just run in.
Wait,
Yeah,
yeah, you
that's
can.
probably what I'll do.
Okay. Then instead of rolling, I would like you to roll with advantage a dexterity saving throw without Breaker's bonus, because one of them will try to grab you the second you walk in the room. It'll be the one on the right.
Oh, gotta look at the right character sheet.
It'll be this one.
So
you can roll
20.
20?
30.
Easy.
Yeah.
You go straight through.
You just look on the floor. Everyone's just down there.
Breker.
I've talked with Cal a little bit here, but can I pick up Cal and then drag us both through the portal?
As long as Cal does not resist, I'll allow it.
A fastball special, really?
I will not resist.
Okay. As you don't resist, there is one more opportunity that I have to punch you, and I'm going to take it. That is a natural 19 for a 29 to hit Cal.
Oh,
Hit Cal?
Yep.
Why?
I will allow this. Oh.
But being grappled doesn't provoke attack of opportunities.
Oh, that's true. So it would be a 29 to hit you, Breker.
What's the one that I already hit? That one? Can that one hit me? Didn't I hit
It's
that
okay.
Because if you're going through the door, you're exiting the range that this thing can punch. And Cal's movement is forced, so therefore Breker's movement is the one that is moving. Luckily, this one I rolled very, very low. So Breker, you're only going to take 19 points of force damage as you both get punted through the portal. And shortly thereafter, you see Velen jumping through the portal right after you all, because she waited until all of the other ones lost their opportunity attacks and then ran in.
Oh my god.
That was the original plan.
Yeah.
Technically, we are all still on the floor because it hasn't even been like 2 seconds.
Like barrel rolling out of the way of
But to be fair to you guys, I'll roll with disadvantage, and she does get punched. So that'll be 7, 8, 9. I rolled low again, so she's gonna take 17 points of damage.
Her dead body falls through the portal.
She's not dead. Oh, she's almost dead, but she's not quite dead yet.
Bowling pin, no
She
noise.
just coughs blood, and you guys are out of initiative.
Who's coughing blood?
All right.
The Breker got hit, right?
Goldy, you almost broke my nose.
I'll just like sprawl.
As you guys kind of sprawling, standing up, the fabric of reality warped and bent around you as you arrive in a new space. A cluttered den with a 40 feet long and 20 feet wide. There seems to be a door outside of what looks to be this kind of den area.
A den?
Kind of looks like a cave that's made out of like large cobbled stones. And you are plopped outside of a 40-foot looking space. Long den with a large door in front.
Can I take this moment to lay on hands myself back to full?
Sure can.
Bonus action, second wind.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that, Breker. We got through alright, man. Good thinking.
There's like a dent in Breker's armor, and he's just like, yeah, we got through fine.
I feel
great.
Feel fine.
I landed on my tailbone.
Oh no!
Oh, you poor baby. I have like at least 2 ribs remaining.
Right, so.
As a doctor and physician, that is impressive.
I'm still on the floor.
Oh, did you need some laying on of hands?
Yes.
I can attempt to do that.
I thought I had the spell from
It's actually not that bad. I'm just, I'm okay. I guess I'm just kind of on half health right now.
Are you down to half health?
Kind of, sort of, maybe, yes.
What is your total health that you have?
120.
Whoa, you're so tanky.
The front of the door has a large ring-shaped doorknob that looks like more of like a door handle that's made for wrapping on the door to knock. There is an opaque hammered glass window that looks shoddy put into a large, heavy oaken door. And hanging from below the door is a extremely crude looking dream catcher. And you hear multiple shuffling sounds as if someone is approaching the door.
Is my detect magic still up?
No.
Do you need to be healed, Mesh?
I guess we don't have time to.
Unless you want to roll a concentration check. Because I think I hit you once or twice.
Once. I did only one round.
Yeah, do you remember how much damage you took?
I healed 5, so minus 20.
Yeah, so I think the DC will just be 10 because you did your uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I took 20 something.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, so the DC is 10.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, then yeah, you have your detect magic going. You're in a magical space.
Before anything happens, I want to cast Cure Wounds 3rd level on Mesh.
Okay.
Because he got hit hard.
Well, he didn't take all of that damage. He second-winded and also...
Well, let me ask this question. Who is bleeding more, Mesh or...
Goldy probably the worst.
Goldy?
Velen is. She's down to 40 hit points.
Oh, I'll do it on Velen then.
Yeah.
I'm actually decent enough that I probably can skip the healing, so don't you worry about it.
But she's also a wizard and made out of paper, so there's that.
Oh, wait. It can't be a 9 if this is a D8.
Can Breker look at the stream catcher a bit more closely?
Sure.
Is this sinister looking, or is this just like more druidic, happy?
Make a...
This is a witch or a druid, like.
I'm gonna say you need to make an Arcana check for this one.
Uh-oh.
This whole
I can help
place.
you.
This whole place.
If you
isn't
really
real,
want to
guys.
use history, I'll allow it, but I don't think that really matters for you.
Well, they're both wisdom, or int.
Yeah.
Can I just have Van do it?
No,
Van,
you asked
take
the
a look at this
question.
thing. Is this evil?
Is it evil?
Well,
I'll take a look.
Well, can I roll one and then Van rolls the other one?
Yeah,
Is
I'll
it
allow that.
evil?
I'll allow that. That's fine.
I got a 13.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Oh no, those are kind of not the best.
There is no way to know. This thing looks like something from occultism, perhaps. Thank you, Cari. And she's almost at full, by the way. After that, heal. It looks like a little bit of occultism, maybe a little bit of Fey influence, but you're not quite sure. I mean, this type of thing for Chalcedony is like relatively normal orientation for homes. Like it's seen as like a general ward, like a ward for bad spirits. You might have one by your bedside. Like I know a lot about Native American culture for dream catchers, but they would be originally used for warding off bad dreams. So I think in a kid's mind, when you were in the Feywild, that would be what you would associate this with. So it does seem a bit odd to have it in front of a door rather than like by a bedside or by a child's room, you know. It would be a little bit more like children focused. But before you can really even come to these conclusions, the door opens. And coming out is a grayed face with a harsh look and cinders with cat-like looking eyes in them and bent horns curling over that match a long gray mane of hair, and fingers incoherently long with fingernails just as long, clutching the door, and a belt with 4 or 5 skulls on it. As this woman opens the door to reveal a boiling cauldron in the back and 2 other figures of different heights similar to the same one. And she says, yes.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. We're just wondering about this here dreamcatcher, or I don't know what I called it. Dreamcatcher. Is normally they're kept by beds, right?
Oh, we just collect things.
I say, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Chalcedony.
I see.
Pleased to meet you. What may I call you?
I'm Anti-Pinch.
Anti-Pinch, that's a unusual
And my sisters
name.
here are Anti-Pillage and Anti-Plunder. You see, we do like collecting.
I see. Anti-pillage and plunder. Well,
Come in.
Okay. I shuffle in. My companions here. Can they also come in?
I suppose. And I'll give you guys a visual.
Yes, please.
I don't want to.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
You don't want to see them?
There you go.
Do you know? I don't want to go into that woman's place.
Can I use it?
You don't want to go inside.
Things are evil.
No.
You're doing Detect Good and Evil?
Oh, it's Anti-Pinch.
Divine Sense shows
Is this open for business?
what type of individuals they are, correct?
Did you see the photo of her?
I can see the
I'll send you this.
Cari, it doesn't mean they're evil.
I'm a detect
Oh no,
thought
they
on
look
this.
absolutely fine.
Okay.
Nothing like the evil witches from fucking Witcher.
Breker,
Nice.
these register as fiends. All 3 of them.
Breaker's like.
Wait, there's 3 of them?
Wait, hold up.
Like...
Can I go out? I'm just gonna start backing out.
Carrie,
But
you're
told
not
you.
aware of what these things are.
I don't know what they are. What's a fiend in this universe?
Breker
I
cast
don't
an
know.
ability to get this information.
Right, sure, but as a player and as a character, I don't know as a character, I don't think I know what a fiend is in this universe.
Wait, hold on.
As a player, I don't know, but Cari is like acting like it's not good.
Okay. Jodie, disregard all of that. You don't know.
I don't
Your
know.
character
I
doesn't know.
I know my character doesn't know. My character doesn't know, obviously.
Whatever Cari's doing right now, disregard it. Also, I'm still on the floor.
Yeah, because she doesn't know either. And yeah, I can I say to them, my friend is hurt.
When Breker does this,
No,
if he
don't
sees
touch your
Cal going towards that door, Breker would like put his arm out to stop Cal and like shake his head like there is evil here.
Oh, are you whispering that to me, or are you saying it out loud?
Breker is not subtle.
Breker's not subtle, so
Well,
they hear.
evil
Are they
is a
gonna hear
bit of
then?
a spectrum. What do you want? You come into our home uninvited.
I don't know, man. I'm just like wondering about those skulls that you have on your waist.
Collections, trinkets.
I see. What, does that mean there's other beings around here that you've?
Ish posh, I've answered enough of your questions. Why are you in my home?
Well, sorry, pardon the intrusion. We actually didn't realise this was your home. We didn't realise there was anyone living here because this is a 3,000-year-old city that crashed. It crashed 3,000 years ago. We wasn't expecting anyone to be living here.
I don't live in a city 3,000 years old. This is my home.
Oh,
we live
you
in this
don't?
space.
Oh, okay. So you've come here since the city's crashed. You wasn't here before.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Well, this city used to be up in the sky thousands of years
This
ago.
is the city. This is an extra dimension.
We're clearly not where we were before.
We
There's
just
something
went
funky
through a
going on
portal
here.
at a place we were. We were looking for.
Oh, that door was a
messages
portal?
written
Oh.
On while there's no messages in here, have you seen anything written? Like a riddle that says number 5 or number 1?
We're missing first and second.
Are you asking this question or are you looking around, Devii?
The cat.
And looking around.
Well, you get to see the thing that is one of the ladies that is stirring kind of lifts a finger and points to the wall, and there's some draconic script on the wall. And
Can I read it?
also, as you're looking around, you can see there is like loads of spaces in the wall that are just like carved out for like skulls or a skeleton piece or like a very odd like shriveled thing like a finger or like a toe. There's also like a dried thing in a jar that seems to be pickling. You have no idea, like it just looks like a jellyfish or something. You don't even know. Like it's just weird stuff. And there's also a bunch of like really tiny chests, like kind of just like sitting on the windowsill or like kind of in these little alcoves. They're like way too small and they're just kind of all throughout the room. And then there's also a bunch of other things in the room that are just like these little pouches that are made out of really odd looking leathers. And some of them have like stitching, like hand stitching on them. Just kind of like all throughout the area.
Can we have who out of us can read Draconic? I forgot. Out of character.
I think only Scant. I think
Only Velen and Scant.
Velen.
What?
If you're able to read that thing on the wall, I think out of this portal.
I got it in my noggin. Don't worry. I got it.
It's in your noggin?
Yes, we're good. I know what it says. I don't want to bother
it
them
was
while they're
nice
there.
it was nice to meet you. Well, I think as my friend said, we're very, very sorry that we stepped into your domain.
Very
It was not
sorry.
our intention to come here. We were intending to go somewhere else. And
The door closes.
Very sorry.
Wait. So
The portal closes or the door?
Huh?
The door at their house, I think.
This session, man.
The door we were standing in front of.
We're not inside the house, so
No, we didn't go in. We're just on the outside.
I'm confused
Of their
as to
door.
what the door.
I assume.
The door that I.
To leave, right?
But we didn't go inside. I tried to
I
go inside and
assume-
Breker stopped me.
Thank you very much for your time.
The
and I'm
portal
going to
portal
turn
has
around.
closed.
Oh, the portal. I thought you meant the door. Their door.
Yeah, so we were confused.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The door. I thought that it was a little bit more clear that the door and the portal are kind of one and the same, but I kind of like gave you a little bit of time with the threshold. But yeah, you
Okay.
guys came into the house
Oh.
essentially.
Okay.
But
Oh.
the house that they're
house?
referring to
No.
is this space. So you being on the
Right.
porch of their house is what they seem to be referring to. Not even that you've entered the home. You're outside of the home.
Right, we're
Oh,
outside,
okay, right.
but-
We're
But they
outside.
have kind of switched a finger and the portal is closed.
Oh,
No. You have entered our space. This is our home. Please entertain us as guests.
That's not normally how that works, by the way. But
I thought you weren't happy that we.
yeah, I thought you wanted us to leave.
I want to be respectful to you and leave.
That's not how the Fey realms work. You see, we have our own things when you come to visit, invited or otherwise.
One of your Fae here, and they seem to be fine with
Yeah,
me.
I'm from the Fae realm. I lived there up until fairly recently, actually. People are allowed to live in the Fae realm. I don't know. what you're
Maybe
talking
where
about.
you're from, but not in the area of the Gloam Courts.
Which area are you from, sorry?
Gloam Court. You would be from
Gloam Court.
the opposite
is
kind of
Cal.
one. You would be from more of like the what are the two courts again? Shoot. Courts. Oh God, what is it called? Oh, sorry, Sealy Court.
Okay, so Cal,
you would be
obviously
from the Sealy Court.
Cal's aware of
This would be
Yeah, that's
Unseelie. So summer and winter basically would be how it would be translated, but yeah. Seelie would be kind of more of the good realm and kind of the neutral good stuff. These would be for the Unseelie, which is notoriously evil.
Oh
Um,
Rob, detecting
what would
thoughts.
you do? How would you like us
You get
to
nothing.
entertain
This is their
you?
domain, Mesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you?
No, we
You said
entertained
what would
to.
you like us to do?
I mean, I can play the pan flute, and also Vanvalor, our bard, he's very skilled playing instruments. He has a I forgot what his instrument's called. He has a
Violin?
fiddle. A violin, sorry. A violin. I thought it was a fiddle. He has a violin. He's very skilled.
That's the same instrument.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. I thought they were different.
Like
Yeah, it's just the style that you play it with, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's very skilled actually. We could strike up a tune.
Shorter one, Anti-Plunder, speaks up from the cauldron. She says, well, you have a few options. One of them is if you would like to leave, there's a price for entry. And Anti-Plunder, the taller one, says, yes, that means that you can give us the price, or we can work out a deal for something that we have in trade. We are barterers by necessity. See, around the area we have many things for our plundering that we would like to exchange.
Oh, you'd like to trade. Oh, I see.
I would not like to trade, but most people that come here do, and trinkets are our trade.
Oh, interesting. Oh, well, maybe we could do that then. Yeah, and then I turn to the group. We can, what do you think about trading with these nice young women?
Devii actually giggles.
Lady Pinch mashes your giggle.
Rob, with my detect magic still up, can I look for like anything super glowy that's like picking out?
Sure. There is a flask on one of the shelves that is glowing. Illusion magic, which, as you know, is very odd, but the liquid in it is clear. And the stopper of the vial looks like a finger is a stopper rather than a cork. There's also a very powerful transmutation and evocation kind of energy coming from a hollowed out gourd that looks like it looks like a kind of pressed face screaming rather than a gourd. That is very strong magic. And then there is also on each of the persons of the three sisters, or rather the three aunties, they have underneath their kind of headdress or kind of robes and hair kind of draping, there is what looks to be something beneath those robes that's a faint glow on each of their persons that looks to be about the size of a flask, but is not like a flask. It's about that size. It's just like a circle. And
is there
then
anything gold?
Gold.
If you're looking for gold around here, there does seem to be a pincushion in the back that has a solid pin that's really thick. And that, you guess, Breker, because your eye for detail for this sort of thing, is made out of pure platinum.
Even more valuable than gold.
There is
there was like a deep-seated rage in Breaker's eyes, but it kind of fades as he's like...
There's also what looks to be draped over a dried out, decapitated like bust that is like actually probably at one point a person that is holding a nice necklace that is made out of pure silver and has a crow's foot pendant that is grasping a peridot.
A what?
A peridot.
Peridot.
Or is it a peridot? I don't know how to say it.
Or stone.
It's a crow's foot
it's a
pendant.
gemstone?
Yeah.
I think
it's like a green gemstone.
Peridot.
Oh, okay.
There's also a pink quartz looking figurine. And I'm giving you the exact of this because Chalcedony will be able to identify this with her or his jewel gem crafting. So it's a pink quartz figurine that is carved to look like a rabbit. It looks relatively valuable as well.
That sounds cute.
And then kind of a mixture of those little tiny chests, Mesh says, are all magical. They're kind of like strewn through the room. There's not very many of them, but they're all tiny.
Interesting. What could we trade?
Breker digs in his bag and a little bit and is like, would you trade us some gold trinkets for this troll heart?
What? The troll heart?
No.
Not the troll. What the?
We're saying we give them something so that we can leave. That is what we do.
Anti-plunder and anti-pillage immediately start whispering.
But that's true. They're interested in that heart. That's true, Devii. But they have stuff that's like they have magical. They have stuff that we could look around. There's like interesting stuff here. Why is Devii putting her face?
After rereading my senses, I'm gonna go to Mesh. Mesh, how many of those pairs do you have?
Breker would also offer up some of the less useful things that are just our treasures that are not gold. Like we have some dwarven sandals and some wine and some other things like that.
We have stuff that's okay. The bloody gold.
Which one of these things would you like?
Maybe
Anti-Pinch kind of intervenes between her two sisters as seems to be the less greedy of the three. Please
Breker
put
picks
into
the
my
one that's got
hand
the
that
most
which you
gold
would
on.
like to trade, and then I will put the other in the other end, and then we will find a scale.
Is this one for all of us, correct? We give you
Is
one
it-
thing and all of us get to go?
No.
This is just
Leaving is a
trading.
different deal.
This is just trading. Let's just trade. We can do the trading and then.
We trade with you, and then we need to trade with you to leave.
Well, if someone trades, then they don't need a trade to leave. If you trade with us, then you don't leave. A trade for leaving and a trade for a trade. The leaving part is optional. We can, of course, collect you if you'd like to stay.
I
No,
just-
that's
no, not
fine.
that one. No, I think she's saying we can openly trade with them and then maybe we can
That's
leave.
a nice
For
way
the
to
person that
think
is
of it.
trading may leave. If you're not
Okay, the
trading an
person that's
item for an
trading can
item,
leave.
you must trade something to leave. That is the deal of
Right.
entry.
Okay, I
Breker,
understand.
Wants to pull out the dwarven slippers and be like, these are some fine slippers that would look elegant on your dainty toes. And I'm trying to sell this. And
She
I would like
sniffs them.
something a little bit more shiny and
She wishes them stuff.
She picks up one of them and licks the heel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, bro.
Heavy
that's
smoker. Puts it down. Breker, how much are these worth?
250 gold.
Okay. Which item do you want?
Breker is just mostly interested in getting gold for this, so whatever's most closely worth 250 gold. That is gold.
Makes no sense, Break. Oh my god.
Well, you
Makes no sense.
you know that the even the platinum needle is not even large enough to be a full piece of platinum that would have been infused to make it if it was boiled down. So that's probably worth about a gold. It's just kind of ornamental. Cal will tell you straight up that the rabbit, the pink quartz rabbit's probably only worth about 50 gold. It's just pretty. And the necklace is worth a lot of money. Probably more than the slippers. So the lady kind of folds, or Auntie Pinch folds her hands and says, well, you're gonna have to pony up. These are a bit too dainty toesies for my necklace. Unless you would
I
like to
also
exchange
pull
it for
out
something
a-
else.
We have a Nethery Sky Coach in a bottle that's worth 750.
A what?
Ooh, she puts her
That's my-
massive paws out to pick this thing up. And she holds it like it's a tiny, Red Bull can sideways. She puts out like a gem to kind of inspect it. And then she uncorks it. Preserved. Thump. Bit too shiny for my taste. I have to dirty it to make it nice. can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's the glass that's valuable as well. If you're looking for an unfair trade, we'll take this for the necklace. Hey, what?
Oh, you're so dumb, Breker.
We'll give you the necklace and the figurine.
Breker,
But it is not exactly fair for you.
Can I whisper to Breker about the value of that figure? Because I know by looking at it.
How much do we need to even the trade?
So Cal, you know that the necklace is worth about 500 gold.
Right, so it's not fair trade, is it?
But you don't know what else is non-visible. You could potentially make a request of something that they have that's not on display.
How about the necklace and that flask with the finger in it?
You drive a hard bargain. You give us the flask. So the flask and the necklace, you ask. If you give us the dwarven boots, sandals, very nice. What did you call it? Sky coach. Give us those 2 pieces, and we'll give you the necklace, the potion, and she smiles when she points to Velen and Devii. 4 exit without paying.
Oh. How many of us are there again? 6?
7.
I can offer you this vial of basilisk fluid.
You see all 3 of their eyes go like... And Auntie Plunder, the very, very short, kind of tubby one, almost seems to teleport next to you. In like a banff of mist, just kind of like...
Oh.
And like grabs it from your hands and smells it. And she's like smelling Sharpies, dude. She's like...
If you want stuff like that, I've got a membrane of a bubble from Angajuk. I have an basilisk guy.
This for that gourd over there.
Ooh, all 3 of them immediately put like, the one that holds the basilisk oil is, even though she seemed to be very excited, you point out the gourd, she puts it back in your hand, and folds her arms. She's like, very nice try, distracting me with something I like.
Well, could we throw in an ice basilisk eye and this lantern?
The ice basilisk eye is very valuable. Do you know what you were bargaining for, young one? And points to Meshadieme.
I'm surprised they're like
I'm assisting.
I know it's powerful.
I would like 6 of us to be able to walk out of here. That is my phrase.
7.
I have some owlbear feathers if that helps. Tip the scales a little bit.
And owlbear feathers is what made that dream catcher outside. They're a dime a dozen.
You don't want the ice basilisk guy?
That is very valuable to me. I will be all ears about the ice basilisks.
Well, since that's so valuable, then we would need something valuable.
2 ice eyes for 2 more people for a total of 6 of us for free passage.
And items, Derry.
What are you talking about?
If we trade and just do a normal trade, they will let 1 go for each trade. So it's like we get an item as well as letting us go.
Oh, I don't know. Why can I trade them?
Well, do you have
could just make
anything...
the simple exchange of entry. You haven't asked what it is yet.
I would like to ask, do you have anything medicinal?
With what?
Any of your items, do you have any medicinal concoctions? Of course. Well, you see, I have a skin condition. I was wondering if you had anything that can treat that.
I have something that can help your skin condition.
Do you? Why are you just telling me that now?
Because I can't cast it today. I have to cast it tomorrow.
Oh. Well, we might not be anywhere tomorrow. How
Rob, do you happen to have any diamonds or diamond dust?
Oh, good. I was thinking about that.
Possibly. They all grin. They point and gesture to an entire row of tiny, tiny chests that are all magical,
They're
but
so
cannot
cute.
be seen into.
I'm like, can we get
Yeah.
2 ice basilica size for diamond dust? A lot of it. Let's see.
Considering how valuable these
1,000
eyes are.
worth?
Very valuable eyes.
1,000 diamond
Right,
dust.
Devii.
2 ice basilica size.
You mortals from the normal people, boring, shaded plains always want something shiny.
I'm not from the boring shaded plains. We established this.
Talking to me.
Oh.
It's clearly not talking to you.
Oh, well, I'm from this.
No. Talking to you, Cari. Sorry, clearly not talking to Cal.
Oh, okay.
I was just getting uppity anyway.
Talking to me, Cal. I'm sorry, I'm boring.
The lady that's like the tall one, anti-pillage, is just like, whatever. And just starts stirring the pot, literally.
They say I'm boring. My goodness.
Yeah. So, anti-pillage, the short one, runs over to one of the chests and taps it with a finger and starts incanting something. In a matter of seconds, that chest and opens and manifests to be like almost 5 feet long. Just massive sized chest instantly. Opens it up and that chest looks like it's got tons of stuff. And Mesh, the magic is not just in the chest now. There's objects in the chest that are magical and it is bright and deafening. Like you can't even see what's in there. Anti-Pinch also reaches into her shirt and pulls out what looks to be a dehydrated, kind of shriveled, curled finger with still a nail on it and hands it to you, Mesh.
Ooh, what is that?
This is how you come back if you would like to do more business.
Oh yeah, we got an instant ticket to get back.
Appreciate that.
Free of charge.
I
want a free of charge ticket finger thing to get back.
We're all one group, Cal. It's
No.
good. It's fine.
Correct.
Oh, it's one use for all of us. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. That's a good system.
Who said it was 1 use?
One use, but for all of us, right? We can all come back together.
Well, if you return, we'll give you another.
Oh, so we can. Oh, okay. So it's like we can all
Not
keep trading.
for an equal trade for these ice basilisk guys.
Yes, I have not seen these yet, so I am having a hard time.
I pulled them out. I was dangling.
No,
them.
you misunderstand. I have not seen an ice basilisk before. Therefore, I do not know how to evaluate them. May I see
Oh, you haven't.
No pun
What
intended.
does seeing mean touching? I don't
I'll
understand.
look at one of them.
Seeing and touching means evaluating, dumb one. Is what Anti-Plunder says as she stirs the pot.
I know how to evaluate. Thank you
Look
very
at
much.
one. I have 2. She can look at one.
I will return it. Her tongue sticks to it.
I hope
And then
she
she like reaches into her
my-
pockets and grabs some scissors and cuts off a part of her tongue to get it off, and then kind of pries it off, throws it in the pot and starts stirring it again, hands it back to you. Very interesting.
Gross. Well, I don't say. Okay, I'm not saying.
I
gross,
whispered to Breker
Like a popsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't she be talking weirdly? She cut off her tongue.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
I whispered to Breker, what about one of those gourds of really good alcohol we got from the fortress? We have a lot of those.
Find out.
Right now, the scale is tipped in our favor.
Yeah.
Well, until you want the
need-
thing that's in the gourd. Let's be a bit
Yeah.
more transparent. You brought me something interesting. The
The
gourd
eye's valuable.
is a potion of longevity. It will increase your life. Extremely valuable.
Wait,
The best
what?
thing that we own, if you will.
I look at Velen.
Velen's eyes twinkle a bit, and she stays quiet.
Oh no.
He's not gonna do anything with the ice basilisk guy?
No, Cari. She's saying because you brought something interesting, she's going to tell you what the things are on display.
Oh, okay.
Then we need to listen.
Correct.
She's
You
gonna
got
continue?
it.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay, well.
So the other item is a potion of invisibility.
Okay.
And she says in the chest she has a potion of greater invisibility that she didn't plan on telling you.
Okay.
That is a
Doesn't
4th
mean it
level
lasts
spell.
longer.
No, it means that
No,
you can cast spells while you're doing it and attack while it's going for a minute. It's like
Oh,
combat
minutes.
invisibility, whereas the other one is a non-combat invisibility for lower level.
Oh, got you.
She also says if you offer things, if you offer the basilisk eyes in tandem, she will give you a 1-to-1 trade for equivalent exchange with regards to any dust of any gem that you request. It has powders for them.
What do you need, Devii? What's dust?
All diamonds.
Do you need like a
Maybe
lot of
we
different
should
ones?
get some use out of it.
Also,
you know?
I thought
Also,
Devii needed
Devii, if you offer, they will tell you. I'm just gonna subside this because the, well, I guess no. She'll say, my 2 sisters are very interested in this troll heart. If you give us this day, regardless of the trade, in perpetuity, we will dust any of your gems for you free of service. Or reverse, if you would like to bring us dust, and we will make manifest that which once was, a la the diamond,
well, that
the
I
gem.
can't do. That would be useful. That one, yeah.
We will do that in
The reverse.
perpetuity.
Mm-hmm.
But one of
have
you will
a-
have to pay the exit fee.
Which is,
You haven't asked. Would you like to know?
I would.
Speak, please.
It isn't much. At least for this day. We would like to pluck a single memory for keeps.
Maybe we have the choice of memory.
No.
It's just one person. Also, can we throw something else in? Like, is there any? Can we give you more valuable things to get rid of the memory? So we can all go for free if we have more valuable items.
I thought that was the idea, yeah.
Make a persuasion check, Devii.
I'm gonna kind of like roll.
I'm shaking the basilisk mucus jar behind her for advantage? Question mark.
I'm trying to summon my inner Mateo while I'm doing this. It's a dirty 20.
What is it?
Dirty 20.
Well, okay, specifically word what you were saying again.
I said, can we offer you more magical items in exchange for a possible free for all leave? No memory required.
Okay.
We have more magical items. We can offer you more so that we won't have to sacrifice them.
I'm feeling a bit uneasy. Dear, would you please close the door? And she gestures to Vanvalor. So please shut the door to their chamber despite the portal being gone. I just want a little bit more privacy.
No. This transaction's almost done. We will make our way.
Dear.
Inside check. Inside check.
What are you trying to insight, Mesh?
What her motive is with the door closing? Is this starting to turn sour?
Okay, yeah. Make an insight.
It's flat 15.
Okay, not very high, but you do get that there seems to be some sort of unease. Your guess is that maybe their uneasiness is that someone else still might be able to hear. And they think if they fully shut their own door that it'll be private.
I'm looking around.
Somebody else here? Oh, sorry. I don't know that. I need to...
If you are looking for a memory, I have one in particular that might be valuable to you. I have a memory of where we buried a chest that has some evil... has an evil statue in it that has been known to cause madness, and I would trade the memory of the location of that chest.
Don't you worship the god of justice?
Mm-hmm.
This is valuable to me, but only if all of you give me the memory.
I
Why?
don't have a memory.
I don't
Because
think
then
I
you
have
don't
that
have the
memory.
memory anymore.
You don't trust us?
We
It's
actually
not a
don't
matter
know.
of trust.
I don't think we all know that.
I don't
Wait,
think
I
they
think
all
I-
know because I did this in the middle of the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, he went out alone.
Yeah, but you have to understand the lady doesn't understand that. She assumes you all
Okay.
share information, so she's being
Okay.
extra careful.
If you want the memory of him leaving to do something that we don't know what he did, you could take that.
Very well.
Yeah,
But again,
'cause-
that is
yeah,
just
that
the
would,
exit
yeah.
fee. And Devii, to answer your question,
Did we introduce ourselves, by the way?
no, Velen, they heard Velen say, Devii, I got it covered when you
Oh,
guys were
okay.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah. To answer your question, instead of giving you a good answer, I will indeed tell you the reason. The reason our plane exists is with rules. Fey rules, not our own. This is the price that must be paid. We've set it up so that our realm remains indefinite, powerful. We abide by the rules of our court. And so if no one pays the price, well, we can't keep what we have. And they can't keep what they have. So we take something. And whatever we take changes. The next time you come here, the price will be different.
Understood.
However, making trades is a good price. And if we get a better end of the deal, we waive the fees. This is an agreement with our court.
Well, in that case, I can add a third ice basilisk. Right? I can add a gold pendant with a yellow elemental.
So, Cari, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. Because the basilisk eyes don't actually have a value, they're new and interesting to the hags.
I can throw in the mucus.
You rolled a 20, knowing that your
Just tossing some
full
mucus.
persuasion check is like probably you max out around 23 or something now.
It can be a max of 22.
Yeah, so like that's very, very high roll for you.
Yeah.
I will say they will give you 500 gold diamond dust per eye.
I'll give them all 3.
You can exchange it as a done deal.
Okay. 500.
It's just maybe what? I don't know. Is the tattoo thing a thing anymore? Is that something you can?
Yes, it is.
Is, but
And this is a
all we
great
have-
place to get really weird shit supplies.
yeah, all we have is ice magic.
Because we haven't done any.
Correct.
I've been
So-
wanting
We've
to.
done one.
We just haven't had any.
Bear's got
Bear's
one.
got like speed boost now.
We haven't gotten
Oh,
like
yeah.
any magic that I can use in a tattoo for any of us.
Could Breker just offer up the sandals, sky coach, and the topaz for the necklace and 2 diamond dust?
How much is the topaz worth?
It's 500.
So 500 plus 250, 750 plus another 700, 1450.
It's 1500 for 1500.
Okay.
1500 for 1500.
What's
Oh, excuse me.
1500 that you're wanting? Sorry.
Oh.
The necklace is 500, and then 2 diamond dust for 500 as well.
Yeah, they'll agree to that. That's fine.
Breker
So-
throws Devii the diamond dust and
Awesome.
cradles the necklace.
So you got 500.
So Breker,
more?
you now have
Me
the
500?
crow's foot holding the peridot
Hang on, did he exchange the diamond dust?
and the
No.
and the sandals are mark them off.
Rob, did we make the deal for the basilisk fluid or no?
The eyes are gone.
Eyes are gone.
Just the
fluid
eyes,
isn't.
according to what Cari told me.
Mhm.
Okay.
You still have the troll's heart as well, or the ice troll's heart, I should say.
Basilisk fluid and this magic purple pear. For
What does
the
this
great-
pear do? Let me see it.
So pass it on.
I won't lick it. I'm assuming that will taint it for your purposes.
Consuming gave
She
us.
kind of weighs it in her hand and tosses it up and weighs it in another and then throws it behind her without looking. And the other one that's stirring the pot, looking at it, kind of grabs it from behind her head, sniffs it, and then like reaches it out towards the lower section of her body where the third hag can smell it. And then they throw it back and the other lady kind of catches it behind her back. It's almost like they're all in complete sync as they're throwing this pear around. This we can study. This is very valuable to me. What do you want for it?
For the greater invisibility potion.
Deal. And the pear
Done.
vanishes. And in Mesh's
gonna
hand
eat it?
appears a potion.
She gonna eat it?
That is a study project. I want to make more of those. Perhaps the next time you arrive, we'll have a few of our own.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll grow a plant in the back next to Lucius. And there's a little cactus in the back by the window that looks dead. Cari's getting our pet Lucius.
Oh, God.
What is that?
That's our
This
cactus.
is our agave plant named Lucius. He's getting a little
Mhm.
indoors.
Lucius.
Rob, is that even a portion of greater invisibility or is that just custom? I don't see
And
it.
this one
You can.
is Alejandro.
So in theory, Mesh, anything can be anything that's a spell can be a token. Sorry, any spell can be put into, as long as it's 5th level and lower, can be put into a ring of spell storing. Any spell period can be put into a potion or a scroll.
Okay.
And any spell can be put into a spell wrought tattoo as well. So a tattoo that's one-time use, a potion that's one-time use, or whatever. Basically, it means that it makes any spell an action and takes away all of the material components in the creation of that action, that object, whether it's a spell scroll or a potion. The difference is potions can be drank by anyone, not just spellcasters. And so some of the potions are a bit more rare because of that than the scrolls, and the scrolls are easier to come by when it comes to high-level stuff. So just keep that in mind. All right. Potion of greater invisibility. You can just write down
I'll make a
invisibility
potion of
potion and then just
invisibility
edit the
potion and-
description. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Cari, before I forget, when you leave, you're going to get the example to what the Hag's Den says on the wall. Do you guys want to write that down now? I'll just give that to you. It says, second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand. And because you've already made deals, I'll just say that the Hag's Auntie Pinch probably just tells you, translates it for you nicely, because you've done 3 deals. She's very happy, and now only one person needs to pay the exit fee. And it seems that Breker's already brokered a deal for that.
Before we leave, Devii would like to kind of be and back up and say, you haven't seen like a piratey looking elf that's more high summary-ish than me, who's a male by the name of Mateo, very flamboyant. You haven't traded with him at all, have you?
Auntie Pinch lowers her hunch just to beat you at eye level, kind of creepily close, and says, I'm guessing you would like to trade information. What are you offering? And she grins with bad breath.
Oh.
I don't even know if she knows that you could.
Yes, she doesn't know what I know, but she still wants to know anyways.
Wait, we don't. Okay.
I can offer you. I'm gonna slowly start putting things like the lantern of elementals, a jar of honey, best honey you'll ever get.
No, not the honey.
Oh!
No, not the honey.
We're all the same motion.
We can never get the honey again, by the way. The place was destroyed.
Not the good meat, honey.
I forgot how difficult it was for you to understand how equivalent exchange for information works.
Yeah, not with honey. I do understand.
Miss Devii,
The lantern? The lantern that looks for elementals?
I
I
think
would
she
like
wants information back.
one of your fingernails.
What? You mean? Hold up. You mean the whole finger? Do you mean the whole nail?
I would like the entirety of one of your fingernails.
Oh my god.
Okay, time to go.
For the information, yes.
I will not give you a piece of myself. I'm sorry.
And a piece of my mind that thou shalt not get either.
Ah, shucks.
Fingernails grow back, you know, Devii.
I had you say that.
I'm not going to take the whole thing out.
Cal.
Huh?
If
Cal,
someone has
it's
a
the
hold of your
whole
bodily
thing.
piece, that's not the issue here. I will explain it to you when we leave.
Okay.
Thank you very much, though. You know what?
Yeah, I'd say Cari, as a cleric, you would understand some of the
Yeah.
ramifications of giving a
Yeah.
physical piece of yourself.
Okay,
is
so
very,
okay,
very
Cal doesn't
sketch.
know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a spoonful of the honey.
Oh,
Free of
man.
charge. No exchange.
Watch the medicine go down.
Spoonful of honey for free. I don't like this. You can keep it.
Good, you don't deserve the honey. Really good honey.
I will not owe anyone anything in my
I
own
want a
home.
spoonful of honey in my mouth.
I will give you this honey in exchange.
Cari, think about the
for-
episode of The Office where Dwight doesn't want to owe any favors.
Yeah, I'm
That's
trying to think of,
exactly
like,
what's
what is it-
happening.
What is
It's like, oh no, let me get the door for you. No, let me get the door for
what
you.
is your
tie's not straight.
equivalent- what would your be equivalent to this spoonful of honey? Exchange.
I don't know the things
What will you
that
give me in
like.
return for this honey?
They look around the room.
Oh my god.
Do you have emerald? Do you have emeralds or emerald dust?
Yes. We have figurines. We have odd gem-encrusted, gold-plated foci for certain high-level magics that mortals seem to like that revolve around summoning.
How about this?
This is mostly for Van and for Devii and Breker to pay attention to, because there's some very high summon magic, like summon draconic spirit and stuff that you need, like figurines and stuff.
Really?
If you're planning on taking those spells, this is the place.
What do you need for Awaken?
Just if you Google it, you can go to, or you can type it in the search bar in D&D Beyond. The spell will tell you what you need in the material component
I
section.
just didn't know if anyone knew off the top of their head.
Do they have all of like these component
I
things
sent it to you.
that you can do?
There we go. I need an agate worth 1,000 gold.
You can get stuff from them if you exchange.
I do believe we have one of those. Mr. Bard.
But I haven't also decided if I'm going to take Awaken, so I don't know. if that's
Yeah,
what I'm
right.
gonna do.
Exactly, yeah. Cari, and the party. This is out of game. Troll's Heart for, you kind of have to think a bit out of the box if you were looking for reagents for the tattoo stuff.
Yeah,
but you can ask in general what you're looking for, Devii. Like if you want to make a certain type of tattoo, you got an idea. You're like, I'm thinking of something shadowy or something that's like avoiding or something that's strong or like shielding or AC or constitution, like stuff like that. Like if you were looking for some sort of boost tattoo thing, kind of verbalize what you're looking for here, and then maybe they can provide something for you.
I would like to do something where we can communicate with each other.
We have
for the Troll's
earpiece
Heart
for
or for
that.
something else.
Each of us can, something that each of us can do simultaneously. Like if we have a tattoo.
Yes, I understand this, but what is it that
I'm
you want to
telling,
exchange?
As I take off the earpiece.
May I see it?
That'll
My
work.
fingies. She like picks it up. What is it that you handed her?
The walkie-talkie we got from Fish. Breker has the other one.
I'm assuming you would like to replicate what is in this for all of you.
Yes.
Something distilled.
Yes.
And permanent, if that works.
You have one of these or two of these?
As I look at Breker. Nod at him.
Breker hands it over.
Alright, so two. I would need to have one other item because one of these would be lost in the distilling process.
Does the Lantern of Tracking help at all? Or you're saying one other?
Then I would owe you something. Is there anything else you would like? Maybe if you handed me the elemental... What was it?
I
Lantern?
thought he already gave him the elemental gem.
No, the elemental gem you guys still have.
And the Basilisk Fluid. Basilisk Fluid is an option.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can give you the elemental gem. I already got rid of it in my inventory.
So the elemental gem or the elemental lantern, Devii. Those are different items. The gem...
I offered the elemental lantern initially. That's what I was offering.
Okay, well, what are you offering now? That's all I care about.
The lantern. And if they turn that down, then I'll offer the...
So what they'll say is that if you offer the lantern, then they will owe you something. Because it's basically it's not a fair trade. It's you guys are in too far in the red for them.
Oh, I didn't realize the lantern
So
was that nice.
if you would like to give us the lantern, there's a lot of applications we get
how
out
about
of that. What would you like in exchange in addition to this distilling enchantment? Because
How about more
we could do the
emeralds?
enchantment for you, but Miss Devii says that she only needs the distilling of it, which is much more affordable.
Well,
How about
it is
my
an
emerald dust?
elemental lantern. I would like to be able to interact with the elemental creatures that this finds in a positive way. Give me an advantage with interacting with them.
Oh. Social skills are not so easy.
This lantern tells me if there's a
If they're there,
what's called a
yes.
chewinga in the area. So
well, it's
if
not
it
just
could help
chewingas. If
me-
you were to use this in a different application, you could find any element.
True. Specifically, I'm looking for the chewingas, but
Give me a moment. Let me discuss with my sisters. They all huddle, and they begin to speak and consider. They come back after a few moments and say, well, we can give you the distillment in the form of ink, so it'll be ready to use for your purposes of tattooing. Because I'm assuming you're going to communicate a little bit of this to them so that they can better understand what you need.
yes.
Then the lantern, they would say they cannot fulfill the request of increasing your like ability to influence them because it revokes their will, and that was the difficulty. It would institute that, but what you could do is it would make it more likely for them to be interested in you, basically giving you a kind of chewing-a perfume that makes
That's
you more
what I
interesting
meant.
to them.
Yeah, that's what I was asking for anyway, so that's
But
good.
they said that there's a catch,
Okay.
and that means that all elementals will be interested in you. So in the future, if you were to get this would be a permanent enchantment that you're gonna have to mark somewhere in your character sheet, and I'll have to mark somewhere in my notes.
Okay.
That if you guys are fighting anything that's elemental, they're gonna
It'll
be
be drawn
much
to
more
me.
interested in you than everyone else.
Okay.
Oh, dang, really?
So they said
Understood.
this is not meant to be sinister. This is just the side
It could
effects.
be a tattoo of elemental friendship.
Exactly. But the friendship may not be what you wish. It may be more in their
yes, I
favor.
understand.
This
Yeah,
is something we
okay.
can do.
Okay.
So Devii, mark it down. And you can mark down that you have equivalent inks for the equivalent of a permanent use of Rary's telepathic bond. So you need to look up that spell and how many people you can get with that spell, but you can essentially have the tattoo ink equivalent for as many targets as that spell will cast permanently. And they will tell you that to cast the spell one time for all those targets is how many times you have to cast the tattoo. So basically you have to spend that much time ritual casting it to put the tattoo on one person, including yourself. But it will be done without error. So what they'll do is they'll actually give you a little bit of a boost here to kind of make up the difference with your tattoo kit. If you are present and conscious during the tattoo process, your tools can be used by one other person near you, as long as you have a familiar, one of your flock of familiars present. They can help guide the hand of the individual, and the tattoo will be done without error. It will be as if you did it. It'll be, yeah, so someone else can give you a tattoo of your own skill. Basically, you can tattoo yourself through the eyes of your familiar using your own tools as a proxy for someone else. Yeah. So they've enchanted your tattoo stuff so that someone else can give you tattoos as an exchange.
May I ask you, do you know what the size of that one's going to be? Is it going to be the arm, the chest, or are you going to tell me that later?
This will essentially replace the ability for any player to be able to wear earrings ever again. So if there's any item that's an earring, you cannot use it.
Oh, so it can be any size on the body.
It is going to be a ring around the ear tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah, I picture a cool like Nordic shape, like design around like the ear.
Now you will have the decision as players, basically which 50% ring or half moon shape you would like. If it's in the front side like this, if it's in the back side like this, if it's on the top like this, or if it's in the underside like this, you can choose. But it's going to basically be
ears, correct?
It'll be on both ears, correct? Or I would say if you want to do a full circle pattern, you could do a full circle pattern around one side if you want an asymmetrical
so I
design.
can have one hoop. Okay.
But it'll be a pattern. You can do whatever you want. So you guys can have the customization.
okay.
But what I'm saying is that if you ever get an item that lets you do something funky that has to do with an earring, you forfeit that. You can never use it again with a tattoo. So it's the same thing in D&D. If you're wearing a ring, you can only ever wear 2 rings because one goes on one hand and one goes on the other. Despite being able to have multiple fingers, the rules of D&D say you can only have 1 ring per hand.
Okay, got it.
Or
And
just one magical ring.
Here's the best part of this, okay? Normally speaking, this requires attunement. The tattoo does not. You will just permanently get this effect, period. No attunement.
Attunement.
Is this going to be a psychic communication, or is it like
You can look up the
message a
spell
little bit,
Rary's
or-
telepathic bond or telepathic bond in D&D Beyond. I believe it's a 4th, 5th, or 6th level ritual spell that only wizards can cast. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
It is a super powerful spell that you only get for an hour that we're making a permanent effect on an enchanted ring or enchanted tattoo.
That's super awesome, though.
So we can all communicate with each other.
Mentally without speaking.
Oh, that's
That's pretty
wild.
cool.
Yeah.
That's worth sacrificing the ability to wear a different magical
That
area.
is a
Yeah,
lot.
but you'll have to be willing.
I mean, that's a lot.
But like Cari said, you have to be willing to get the tattoo, and it's going to take a lot of downtime to finish it.
So do we all have to have one tattoo each?
If you want to be able to talk mentally with each other, yes, you do. Now, technically speaking, Mesh, I don't believe needs to.
Oh, you're talking over each other.
Mesh doesn't necessarily need to if he's within a certain range, but the telepathic bond supersedes his physical ability.
Okay.
Do they give me anything for my elemental one?
Yes, they say at the end before you leave, they'll have to cast the enchantment between all three of the sisters because it's very powerful magic. And they're going to use your lantern as a focus to do it.
Rob.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way that these people could make me a fancy instrument that can cast spells, possibly?
We can
Sometimes.
adjust that which you already own. But we do not have
This is
instruments.
something that, like... Right, yeah, we can adjust this one.
Correct.
We have... What do you think you'd be looking for in terms of cost?
Than that, just say what you have.
Well, it depends if you want the kind of rare ones or the epic ones or the uncommon ones. It really depends on which one you're after. Like if you tell them which type of magic is in the thing that you want to cast, that's kind of different than, you know, what you want. And then like the pricing is gonna vary.
Is this something you want to sort out later through DMs with
Well,
like the spells?
I
and
mean,
stuff?
it depends on what stuff you're willing to offer, because like there's tons of items. Most of the so all of the bard magic items that exist have like a set list. They all have the same spells, and then some of them have a variation of some of them, and they're usually different spell lists. Like one of them's more druidic, one of them's more like wizard-like. One of them's more like stealth.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah. So, I think they would not be able to give you the purple ones. Just out of sheer power
Which
level,
are
they're not able to do that.
Legendary ones?
Yeah, the legendary or the epic
the
ones.
legendary?
So the purple and the those are the very rare.
Orange.
So very rare. Sorry, I'm
Orange.
using WoW terms. Very rare and legendary they cannot do, but the rare and the uncommons they can.
Let me see if there's anything that pops up when I... Because I have my Darknell cloak, which we do not have a price for, that I'd be willing to trade.
They would
For this,
actually be
or-
willing to trade the Dark Mantle Cloak and maybe like the Dark Mantle Cloak and then maybe some fun, maybe the Troll Heart. I'd say probably those two items you could probably get an uncommon one for sure. And I would just let you choose which uncommon one you wanted.
I'm only seeing a list of like 5 things where I'm looking. Is there more than that? Sorry, I don't want to just take up time like this. Just looking at the list of stuff.
That's fine. This is a shopping episode now.
I mean, I already used the Auntie's pub option like 10 minutes ago, so.
Let me just see the bard instruments. Hang on.
Because is there only like 7?
Yeah, there's not that many
Is
of
that
them.
correct? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Are you ladies the only one in this realm?
So you've got the options in front of you are going to be the Doss Lute, the Folk Lucan Bandalore, the Mac Fiermind Cittern. So basically you can get the one that does Barkson, Cure Wounds, Fog Cloud. You can get the one that does Entangle, Fairy Fire, Shillelagh, Speak with Animals. Or you can get the Animal Friendship, Protection from Energy, and Protection from Poison. Unless you want to offer more stuff, and then they will be able to give you the Canith Mandolin only. That's the only rare one. They cannot do the Cly Lantern. or the Kalai Lyre. They don't have that one yet, but they can make the other one, the Mandolin, that has Cure Wounds, 3rd level, Dispel Magic, and Protection from Energy, Lightning only. They can do that one.
Damn.
Because the other one is like Stone Shape Wall of Fire, Wind Wall. Like, that's a really strong one. They can't do that one yet.
Yeah, that's the one that I wanted.
I know. It's borderline broken. It's a good one.
Yeah. Mostly just the Wall of Fire, actually. I just want a fire spell.
Yeah.
But
neither of you or the hags are strong enough to pack that kind of a punch yet. But I'm assuming that you're going to communicate that's what you want, so they'll start working on what they can try to do later on. But again, they'll tell you got to pay up. Equivalent exchange, Master Dallan.
There's the cloak and the heart, but what about stuff from the hookah that we have?
How much is that worth?
That thing's worth a shit ton. A lot.
2,500.
2,500.
So I've been talking to both Dallan and Mesh about offering
2,500. So yeah, if you do that, the cloak and the heart, you can get the Caneth right now.
Oh shit. The Caneth or the Lear? Because I thought the Caneth was on the table.
The Knife Mandolin has Cure Wounds, 3rd level, Dispel Magic, and Protection from Energy on it. They would get that one for you.
Yeah.
That's 2,500 gold. That's a lot. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
2,500 gold plus the Troll Heart, which you guys have no idea how valuable it is. Definitely. Definitely can get that one. That Troll Heart will also make them, like, be able to do a lot with. But, you know, you have to run that by Cari.
Because this is our stuff. I don't want to just rip it out, you know?
Cari, can you hear what we're saying, right?
Yes.
So yeah, as a group, you guys can decide if that's what you're down for. But basically, this gives him an extended spell list as a bard.
Does that also give him the base spells that are like the fly, invisibility, levitate?
All of them have a set spell list that is included. This is just what's unique to that one. So like the stuff that's on there, like fly and other bullshit, like he gets all that already. And that's in addition to his own spell list, but the catch is each of the spells he cannot cast from his spell list with his DC. He has to use the object's DC. So the DC of the magical item has its own set bonus. So like if he wants to cast a spell against someone else, the DC is lower than his. And he can only cast it however many charges he has or how many spells are on the item. So he can only cast it using the spell level that's in the item. It's a little bit more restrictive than it looks, but it gives him a bunch of free shit to use that's not on his spell list necessarily. So let's say Dallan has fly in his spell list, right? He can cast fly himself at a higher level, or he can cast it with the mandolin on his own, but he still can only focus on one concentration spell at a time.
Yeah.
And it still counts as casting a spell, even if it's from the item. Same thing as when, go ahead.
If people are good with it, let's do the man. Well, it'd still be the violin, but it would be that.
Yeah, you can just change it to be the violin's name. Yeah.
What's happening? What are you changing? What are you changing, Dallan?
My cloak that I've had for a really long time. The hookah and the heart.
Okay.
Those 3 things, damn.
But he's getting a blue level magic item.
Is that super good? Okay.
Also, I don't think Van has he has the least amount of magic items I think in the group.
I have the.
I don't have any. Well, one.
You technically have 2 non-magic items that are magic item equivalents.
Wing of Wham.
Your 2 swords. Yes, you do.
They're not magic.
Yes, they're magic equivalent.
Yeah, +1.
Yes.
+1, but I got the same thing. They don't make a spell.
Well, then you should have played a spellcaster, homie.
Oh, really help you out.
You sure showed him.
Honestly,
Cal.
honestly,
Also, you have that book. That book is like OP for you. It's gonna be great once we read it. Our book.
So, guys, you need to answer Dallan's question. Are you guys okay with this? Yes or no? And if you are not okay with it, then you need to provide some feedback as to why and what alternatives could be.
I know it's an instrument, but I was pooping, so I don't know what we're giving in exchange.
Troll heart, this float.
I need permission for the troll heart and the
hookah machine, which is 20. It's like 2,500 gold for the hookah thing. It's a lot of money.
Oh my god, that thing!
I'm okay with it. Get power, sir.
2,500 gold. Well, just as long as you know, we're not going to come across 1,200 gold or 2,500 gold very often.
Don't be greedy.
Breker like pulls out his ledger. I think we're
I'm not the
sitting on
greedy
like
one for gold, thank you very much.
Oh, often we've come across
We're sitting on like
we're,
You guys haven't been able to
We're good.
spend any
Let's-
money this entire campaign because all the shop owners are poor as dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And there's no magic items being offered. This is the first time you've ever gone to a shop that's had any magic in it.
Oh, the more reason to do
not only were they poor before, but now they're all just fucking dead. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that
know,
too.
There's no shop owner.
All right, mark it off, Breker, Van, put it in your items, and you can rename it as appropriate. You get to name the item.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to give it a super duper name?
Goodbye, Dark Mantle Cloak. It's been a good couple of years.
All you have to do is you get bonus points if you can use Plunder, Pinch, or what's the other lady's name?
Pillage.
Pillage, yeah.
Pillage. If you can use any of those names in the name of the item, that would be ideal.
The plundering, pillaging. What's the third one?
Plunder, Pillage, and Pinch.
Rob, I walk over to
You know,
Belen and
makes
whisper
sense.
something to her.
The PPP.
The PPP.
Gotta get those pays.
Triple P. P cube.
Triple P.
Cari, I don't know what your question is, and Mesh, yes, they have stuff like that.
Oh, never mind. It's not. I'll ask you later.
I'm just suggesting Belen can buff her spells, so figure out what you want.
Chef, what are you looking for? They are definitely interested in that.
I am thinking, can I just give the chimeric baboons abilities to Bear, and then
What are the abilities? The poison?
plus 1d6 poison and pack tactics?
They would say they can do it, but only one of them. So you can pick one.
Can I just like put the Brett light up eyes pet on the table and be like, can you do both?
The light up eyes? What's that?
I have two chimeric pets.
Oh, you do?
I have the light up eyes thing and then the chimeric baboon.
Was it like the bunny that has like the night vision or something?
The weasel.
Weasel? Okay.
Speaking of bunny, how did they react to our little flying bunnies that are really cute?
Huh.
Surprisingly unfazed.
Okay.
Yeah.
They like evil dark things, and I have like this cutesy fluffy.
Yeah. They've definitely seen weirder shit.
See them.
Again, Breker, despite your requests of upping the ante, they can only do one. That is, they said it's above their pay grade. To be able to do something like that to someone else's magic makes it very, very difficult to do.
Oh.
Not to mention they're basically giving the reagents to you to do because Bear can't come here, is not here currently, and doesn't fit in the house. So
Where is he?
that's part of the reason why. Bear's still getting guard in Netheril, the door.
Oh.
So I thought this would just allow me to cast one spell a day.
This is like
way
a
fucking cooler
very
than I
fucking
thought.
good item. Yeah.
Holy shit!
You get like 8 spells.
What?
You will not be upgrading that probably ever again.
Oh my god, he's just got like a completely OP weapon.
It's not a weapon. It's like a spell book for bards only.
Well, I mean, a weapon for a bard, like, you know what I mean? It's OP.
Like a staff for
But,
wizards.
that also gives me cure wounds like 8 times, you know?
And
Which is,
enhancement magic for
like,
the rest of the party too. Like he can fly some of you guys as well.
Oh my god.
Good
That is so OP.
Yeah, Goldy flying is scary. You know, flying barbarian.
This is neat.
My bum.
But yeah, Breker, if you want to choose pack tactics or poison damage, they can do that. They will also say they can do you one better to kind of sweeten the pot instead of just doing one of those 2 options. You can choose any element instead of poison. So you can choose fire, cold, thunder, lightning, or acid. You can choose any of those, but you cannot choose radiant, force, psychic, or necrotic. You cannot do those.
Really, radiant? I can't do radiant.
No. Hag does not have the capability of casting any radiant damage whatsoever. You could bend their necks and maybe get them to convince something if you can provide a reagent to get the necrotic out of them, but maybe. But I don't think Breker would do that in principle.
I was gonna say they refuse under principle.
Rob, was it just the purple player?
What is it?
Or was it purple player plus Basilisk Fluid for the greater invisibility portion?
Oh, it was just a pair. Just a pair.
Just a pair.
Yeah.
I used mine as soon as I saw them coming out of the door.
All right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up in about 10 minutes, guys, because I gotta work tomorrow.
Okay.
What is that?
How much emerald dust would you give for this Basilisk Fluid?
What is the basilisk fluid from? Is it from their poison glands?
I think so, yeah.
Or is it from the
Huh?
hags? A little bit of both, Cari. A little bit of both.
It's from the Ice Basilisk.
Image is
tanks, I
definitely
think.
from the module, so they are here. So they would give you. Are you looking for like inks and stuff?
This is for tattooing, yes. Emerald powder or ink.
I have plenty of gems.
And do we have emeralds? I don't think we have emeralds.
We don't need emeralds. We just
The one I want is for emeralds for the dex boost.
I'd say they probably would give you about 150 gold worth of emerald ink. Not a lot for that particular reagent. Also, anti-pillage comes out from one of the chests and puts a bunch of figures on the desk. Or rather, like, one of the placemats that you guys are kind of looking at. And she says, these are referred to as figurines of wondrous power. We have this dog. And this fly. And so basically she shows you a ebony looking fly. And there is a onyx little statuette of a dog that looks like a mastiff.
I think I know what this is.
I'm suddenly intrigued.
There's
Maybe
a
quite
silver
accessories.
raven.
Oh, weird.
And
Ravens.
a serpentine stone. I don't remember what the stone of serpentine is. I want to say it's like a kind of like an emerald or like a translucent emerald.
Serpentine is a type of stone.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe a serpentine, but it's a serpentine is the stone, but it's an owl.
I'm interested in the raven.
Yeah.
This one is the
Shocking.
most easy to trade, besides the fly. Those two are the easiest ones to fly, to trade.
I like that. Lovely.
Mesh, your magic is going on all of them. They're all magical items.
Mm-hmm.
We recently got rid of our goats, but we're looking for a new one. They're made out of ivory, usually. But, yes, we got a good offer for them.
Does really good alcohol interest you?
Depends. Is it just from the shadow, the realm of sunsets?
It's actually from the Underdark.
Ugh, no. Rancid.
Oh no. I like it.
Are you like monetary things you need to get rid of?
Yeah, I'm trying to see, like, I have basilisk blood.
Oh, wrong one.
I have a vial of frost giant bone dust, membrane of bubble from Onkajuk, broken bits of
Damn it.
ball. And does that anything like that?
Broken bits of what?
them? Crystal ball.
We have a bone statue of an orc that has one eye. Not much, but might be related.
For all of these interesting pieces, I can give you the reagent to have an arcane focus for the scry spell.
I'm just looking for at the raven.
Oh,
I'm
for
trying
the
to
raven.
trade the raven. Yeah.
This raven will become a raven for 12 hours. Cannot be used again for 2 days. While it is a raven, you can cast Animal Messenger on it as much as you like. That is what this item does.
You haven't had many light-based ones.
Do any of the things that I mentioned, would that be a fair trade? Any of the things that I mentioned?
No.
Do I need to go higher, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
The main reason is all of these figures are extremely useful and do not require you to focus on your magical connections to them. Basically, your attunements. Doesn't require an attunement.
Oh.
And anyone can use them. This fly looks like a horsefly, but when you activate the magic, it will become giant. So it will be about twice your size for 12 hours, and you can ride it.
Oh, what the? A giant fly that one can ride?
I stare immediately to Devii.
I'm not doing anything with that fly. Heck
And
no.
then you can, once you've used it for up to 12 hours, that you can't use it for 2 more days.
Yeah, but that's really cool. Like you can.
You can exchange for it. I'm not exchanging.
I don't have anything to exchange. I don't have anything to exchange.
Let's see here. For the dog, it will become a mastiff for 6 hours. It can speak your language. It has the ability to see in the dark relatively well. And also has the unique capability of being able to see invisible things.
Oh.
But only for 6 hours, and then you can't use it for 7 days. So this one has a much longer wait time between uses. And then the last one is the owl. The owl is, and the dog are also much more expensive with regards to things that we'll ask you of. This serpentine statue will become a giant owl, which will be large-sized, and for 8 hours. Then you have to wait 2 days to use it again. it can telepathically communicate with the person activating the magic at any range, as long as you're on the same plane. So if you bring it here and then you activate it and then you go back to where you're from, you can't talk to it anymore. But it is very nice. Also, if any of these creatures are attacked or destroyed or killed in any way, shape, or form, they just revert back to the statuette unless dispelled or in a anti-magic area. If dispelled through anti-magic, or if they are killed or destroyed in some way, you must recover the statuette in order to use it again. So it is a risk if you use them as scouts, for example.
I see. For the raven, would you take... I have this necklace of fireball. It has 3 charges plus the basilisk blood.
For the raven.
The raven.
Make a persuasion check, Devii.
Summoning my inner Mateo. 14.
No deal. This raven can be used permanently. I only get 3 fireballs out of that. No thanks.
Plus the basilisk blood.
Yeah. Blood schmud.
Blood. Okay.
I drink that stuff every day.
That sounds wonderful.
She sweeps the statuettes with a hand. All fitting in one hand, by the way, because they're all tiny. And then kind of just drops them in the chest. Closes the lid. Clink. And then the chest just goes. And she picks it in her hands and just flicks it into the corner.
Very cute.
Well, we can come back later.
True.
We got the free ticket.
The doppelganger has finger.
Hold up. I didn't say he was a doppelganger. We told her that.
He's from our realm. It's foolish of someone of my stature to not know who he is.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we underestimated you.
Yes,
most do.
We did that.
I didn't even flinch. I figured they already know.
Yeah. Yeah. The doppelganger has a calling finger. Just make sure that if you would like to come here, that, well, you use like a zipper.
Oh.
And
That's cool.
it'll go top to bottom,
it
not
up
the
or
other way
down?
around. It won't
Like,
take you where you want to go, I'll tell you that much.
Left to
Oh
right.
my god, what's that guy in JoJo with he has the sticky
And
finger?
let's
it's
see, Mr. You, the Paladin, you wanted to give us that memory, and then you all can go home. Or whatever it is you came from. Or unless one of you would like to give us your fingernail, that's also an option. But that will be, most likely, will be our next payment.
Is it okay we can ask what you're going to do with the memory?
That's a different trade.
Oh my god. we don't need to trade.
If you would like to trade memories with someone else, we can also arrange that.
Breker, I don't mind
we're good.
your
We're good.
place.
We're good.
No, hold up. I don't mind giving them one of my memories.
But you don't get to choose which one they take.
Breker already made the agreement.
It's already agreed. You don't need to.
Fine. Just saying if you want to back out.
Oh yeah, the location of the chest. This is giving up.
I'm gonna say this above the table here because I feel this is fair to Rob, but Breker knows that he buried that chest with one other guy that wasn't in the party. The captain of the town guard came and saw him bury that chest. So Breker knows he buried it, but he will remember the conversation he had with the guy, like walking back. So Breker is trying to deceive them that he will still have the location of the chest or know how to retrieve it by asking that guy.
And to be fair to all of you, especially Breker, you don't know when he hands over the memory to what extent he's giving.
Oh, but how would
He's
you know
he's
to
putting a
ask the
signpost in the ground, thinking he's going to deceive them, but also thinks
Okay, but
a
you don't
certain
know.
thing. And then once the exchange is made, then I tell him the results.
Okay.
There
And I
is
will
no
also
like
add
save.
that
There's no
Breker
roll. This is
also
like
knows
what's that?
that there's a second thing in the chest. The evil gauntlets are there as well. So if I forget the location of the evil statue chest, Breker would still remember the gauntlets are someplace. And I also have a scry spell.
In
so I can just
theory.
locate the gauntlets.
In theory, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
He's trying to outsmart.
He's trying very hard. It's a good plan.
Yeah. So likely, what I'll do here for fairness is it'll come down to a dice roll, and then we'll move forward.
Okay.
Okie dokes.
But it'll use
Well, unless
Breaker's
anyone has
primary
a better
stat.
idea, we do have a buried chest that we haven't touched in over 100 sessions, with 2 very evil items that we literally cannot touch without hurting ourselves.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure they said that you can't choose the memory.
They did, but their Breaker's trying to tantalize them with something like bait.
Okay.
So I'm allowing
Gotcha.
this because it's a good idea.
Okay, nice.
But Devii, if you wanted to do something similar as counter to this, or Goldy, or anyone else for that matter, if you wanted to tantalize them with something else, that would be a different discussion. But usually they're gonna probably cast what similar to Mesh would do. They'd scan your memories and they'd find something they like, and then they would take it.
Yeah. I mean, anything to do with my body or mind, nope, they can't have it. I'm out. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Well, you got a minute, and I gotta close the stream. So
I know. I'm pretty sure Chef's doing it. I'm stepping back.
as long as everyone's okay with that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
spin the wheel.
Chef. What is your persuasion bonus?
+5.
Okay, perfect. Please roll persuasion check.
Good luck.
A 19 for a total of 24.
Oh, that's good, right?
Okay.
Maybe.
I am gonna roll with their spell casting to see if they beat that. That's the DC. Okay. Okay. Also, keep in mind, if after they take the memory and anything happens, what you have done today is meant to build trust. So I'm just going to say that as a reference. All right. Now,
Well,
what is
let's see
this?
who gets to the chest first.
Yeah. I understand it being evil is kind of a whole other ballgame thing here. Let me just see what the spells are that they have access to see how I can do this. Okay. Where is the spellcasting bonus? When all 3 members are within 30 feet of each other. Okay. I got a 16.
Okay.
Breker, you lose all memory of any aspect of burying anything. However, when you remember this memory as it's being sapped away, that break in time is replaced with you losing a bit of your mind. You went into the place and saw Mesh interacting with some sort of gauntlets or something that lost his mind, and you touched them and you lost your mind, and you just remember the next thing you did was a time gap, and you're walking with Markham Southwell back to a camp and saying something about these gauntlets and that you disposed of them somewhere nearby.
It's not the gauntlets, though. There were 2 things in that chest.
I'm
It's
aware.
the statue.
I'm aware.
Okay.
So you don't remember anything about the statue. You remember the gauntlets specifically. And you also know, because this is your memory and the things that have been taken are gone to the hags, that they do not know that the gauntlets exist.
Cool.
And you all conclude your deals with Auntie Pinch, Auntie Pillage, and Auntie Plunder for the first time.
Yay!
Okay, bye.
Don't forget to pull my finger if you would like to come back. And the door
I'll
and the
pull your
portal
I
open.
knew that line was coming. I knew that line was coming.
And the door opens and it all smells like farts. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so the doors open, the portal opens, and the fold in reality remains.
Oh, we don't go back to the hands, right?
Guess we'll
The
find
hands,
it.
the room with the hands.
We don't know. We'll find out next week.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, I don't want to have to do that again.
Oh, that's a shame, because you kind of...
Guess you could call it a gauntlet.
Yeah, to run the gauntlet of the hands.
The gauntlet of the
As you all
hands.
fold through the space of reality in the tower with the new message from the draconic inscription on the walls of the hag's chamber, with some new friends and weird places, you pop
We
back
survived.
into the cold room of Netheril and the Tower of Conjuration. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
With the what's that noise?
Like, all the hands have like exclamation point on them, like, oh shit.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
The hands are just doing this.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Is it Saturday yet?